It goes back.
What up, y'all? Y'all with us again? What's good?
It goes right back to the pajamas.
Yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, like, the wave is gonna come. Let people catch the wave.
Are we live?
Is we live? Where we live at?
What up? What up?
Where we
Back
at?
with us again.
Where we at? We on Instagram again? Or we on YouTube? Well, okay. Poppin'. What's up, you? Sitting here looking like a big ass pig.
TN in the building with the fans.
Yep. And ain't nobody put that Instagram up there.
I can put it. I can
Yeah.
attach it to.
Pull that boy up, man. What was the
I'm about to send it to you now.
I don't even know none of this shit. I wish I could tell people. I can't even tell the people hit that like button and then you can't
Tell me
they got nothing.
They hit it.
Hit the like button. That's all. I don't even know.
Is anybody there? Did you
You
see
hit it.
that shit, bro?
I can see it. I'm about to put it up.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to actually put it on.
Okay, that's a bet. But what about the
game?
what about the Instagram? Y'all had the Instagram part. Fuck that game. This ain't no game. So what was y'all just about? Y'all was just talking about something, bro.
It's the point I'm going about.
He but he just said hold that conversation. What was the conversation?
Something him and his daughter said to me.
No, even before that. Even before that, he was like,
Before that, we were talking about image.
image. Right. And what was you saying about image? Yeah.
I say everybody, to track your attention, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have an image for some people. To even like right now, watch us. And then
My point is, image is what you make.
And
Everybody's image is what you make.
I think everybody should do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Image is what you make. Whether you got on pajamas, whether you got on Versace, whatever you get, whatever you doing.
yeah.
Image is what you make. You gonna be who you gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be live or you not gonna be live. Like,
But either somebody gonna rock with you or they ain't gonna rock with you.
right.
But I guess to go a little more in depth, it seemed like what he's saying is dress the role. And the contrary argument is be yourself, and if somebody rock with you, they rock with you.
right, because
When you say what is the role, right? When you say
Okay.
Is that what is that the fake till you make it? That's what I'm saying?
Pretty
Well, let's
much.
take it until you make it. What if
I
what if my style is Walmart?
But-
I can make
but wait
Walmart
though,
the best
bro.
style ever.
Some of the shit I be wearing, bro, be Walmart shit, bro.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
that
So,
shit be fly. They like, that's
so what is the style? Like,
I be out buying shit for the kids, nigga. I see a dog ass piece, bro. I'm gonna cop it. I don't care where it's at.
but I mean,
But to his
I'm
question, though.
I'm not wearing nothing from Walmart. Don't lie. You're not wearing no clothes.
But I mean, you
Hold on, man. I do wear clothes to wear wine.
Let's just stop that right now.
Oh, you do wear clothes. Draws.
Stop.
Shirts.
Listen, man, you're not about to rock nothing.
Why not? They got some new shoes in there.
Bro, I got a dog ass jacket.
Wait a minute.
I got
guarantee this t-shirt didn't come from Walmart.
wait.
I guarantee this t-shirt didn't come from Walmart.
Wait.
Stop, man. We're not wearing nothing from Walmart. You know, nobody in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nigga. Y'all not wearing shit from Walmart. See, that's what I'm talking about.
No,
Man,
that's
stop
not
that
that
shit.
But wait, a real story.
Y'all going too far.
But wait, I want to answer this question, but I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm telling you the honest
Going
God
too far.
truth, bro. Next week. I'm gonna wear something from Walmart.
Why not? I got one set.
No.
Number one on my behalf. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why would somebody wanna play the part? It's like before you went on your first job interview, people was giving you pointers on your interview.
They said it looked nice. They didn't tell me to have designer on.
Not designer, but that's what he
Look
talking
nice.
about. But wait,
look presentable.
Yeah, look presentable.
but that's what he talking about. But presentable in the context of a job interview meant wear a button-up shirt, preferably
But see, I'm gonna tell you the
some
difference.
slacks,
That's
a
what-
tie. You understand what I'm saying?
And also, I'm gonna tell you this:
Go ahead.
in a different kind of setting, presentable could be work boots, jeans.
It could be, depending on what your
You know what I'm
situation
saying?
is.
Well,
But I really
Listen,
wanna
I'm gonna
tell-
say,
I
I'm gonna
really
say
wanna
this.
tell you
I had a young guy show up to now. You know what I'm saying? My brother, me, my brothers, we own semi trucks. I
right.
had a young guy show up, and I'm gonna take this guy on a test drive. See what he can do. He shows up in hoop shorts, and a t-shirt,
Ready to work.
and fucking flip flops.
Right.
Excuse my language.
You ain't like it.
And I'm like,
You can't.
would you show up to a white establishment like this?
But you proved my
You
point.
know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
you're right.
what is that, bro? Like, what are you doing? I
Right.
said, listen, man,
He whipped that boy.
I really shouldn't even know he did.
He did.
But I also told him, like, man, listen, I'm gonna do this, but don't ever show up like looking like this again. You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't. I told him because you wouldn't
But he
go
didn't have
to
to
a
have
white
designer on.
job. You didn't have to have nothing
Well, it's
on
not
but the
about
proper
design.
attire for work. So whether you work at the post office, whether you go to
But wait,
an office,
all right, now
whether
let me
you
tell
go to a jet,
Now let me tell this
and
quick story.
you know what I'm saying?
Quick
Come
story.
on, man.
Quick story.
What is that?
I was getting some change, right? I actually went to Walmart and purchased these nice little like lime green and blue shoes that I liked. But because this is why I'm gonna say because people knew I was giving money, I knew they wouldn't pay no attention because in their mind, I know the nigga got some money in his pocket. So fuck that he got the Walmart shoes on. You feel
Well,
me?
that's a good
I
point.
know what dog got in his
That's-
pocket. You
That's
feel
a
me?
very good
He's
point.
fooling with the Walmart, even though I made them bitches look fly to the point where people was like, "What's those?" And like I got the enjoyment out of saying, "Nigga, I got these from Walmart."
Right, right.
Only because even in my enjoyment, I knew, bitch, I got a loaf in my shit. You feel me? So I want you to say something
I got
crazy
that
about these
bread.
Walmart so I
I
can be
got
like,
that bread.
"Wow."
From that story, I get that you did that for your own satisfaction.
But at the same time, I also did it to prove,
Exactly, you did that to prove
that even though what I got,
My
on
grandfather
because the
walked
people
around
around
with
me knew what I had.
dirty and smelled like
Right.
oil
Judge what I
and had
had.
fucking 5 stacks in his pocket at any given time.
That's just like if you a nigga with
that
if you a
is.
nigga with money, I would never think you had fake jewelry on because I knew you had money. You feel
Right.
me? In my mind, I'd be like, that's a real rolling nigga. I wouldn't know that you only paid $100 for it because in my mind, dog got cheese.
Right.
You feel me?
So I mean, I'm saying you can't fake it till you make it.
No, but
That's
that
fine
ain't.
if that's what you want to do.
But that ain't even fake.
It's not
though,
fake,
bro.
because
Like,
I could have
listen,
bought that shit.
Once
Okay, well, okay.
to piggyback on what he's saying, once your credibility is established,
You feel
right,
me? That's what you want to
amongst the people, you see what I'm saying?
That
It's like when people see you, they already think of you in a certain way.
goes
Why
back
you
to
think-
the image is what you make it. That's exactly.
But I
what
agree.
back to my
That's-
first point.
but I agree
It's
with-
what you make
That's
it.
why
But I agree with you on that.
Because you take a nigga like J. Cole who has multi-millions and now that he's a millionaire, he says what? Money doesn't matter. Or, you know, money is any everything, or you know, I can walk around bummy, but it's only because the rest of the world know you're a multi-fucking millionaire.
Exactly.
So if I see you on the subway with some holy shoes, it's not pressing me to
You
be
had
like,
a
"Oh, you
video in your
bum-ass
linen
nigga."
suit.
You feel me? Because you bum ass nigga. Because I know you got in your bank account, you got a $30 million or whatever. In your
But that's everybody. That's every rich person.
But it's still
that's how they.
But it's still the image because now that I have an image, I don't gotta show you shit.
Exactly.
But that's the image you
You
get
feel
when
me?
you broke though.
Yeah.
Like you can pull up with a nice ride probably retag.
No, because even if you
So
had,
So
even
why
if you
is
had-
that? But listen to
But
that.
that's
Listen to that
that's
point, though.
yeah.
So why is that? Why when you broke as fuck, you gotta you know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta look like I got money, but I'm broke as fuck.
But you don't.
I'm broke as fuck, but I
But
gotta
you
look like
don't because I know.
But listen,
But you don't.
I got millions, but I look like a farmer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
But you
look
got the
like a
bummiest
No,
niggas and the
no,
brokest
no,
niggas.
no,
You
But
fuck
farmers
with.
got farmers might even have millions.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You ever
Exactly.
seen Warren Buffett with a whole Dior outfit on and shit?
But it's a lot of it is the brainwash, though, man. Like I'm gonna always fall back on brainwash, bro, because people psychologically their minds is warped, bro.
Now listen, I was in the titty
Like
bar.
it don't
I had
matter.
a show in the titty bar, right? And I didn't throw no money, right? You know what the titty bar bitch Tammy said to me? She said, "You were a rapper and ain't throwing no titty." I said, "Bitch, I don't like dancers." You feel me? Just because of your mind, because
Right.
I'm a rapper, I gotta be in this bitch throwing all my motherfucking money. You feel me? Like this, what you doing for me? You feel me? And I'm performing, so I'm already here to entertain you, but I gotta throw my cheese to entertain you too, or therefore I don't look like a rapper.
Well, listen.
That's crazy.
Listen. Now,
That's crazy.
my response to that, you in the fucking titty bar, right? So it's a place of entertainment. They
Give me
provide
a-
that
give me a-
entertainment, right?
But if I'm
Right. So
You
my
are.
thing is
I'm here to
like you
entertain.
in there, so it's like okay, that's
Ah,
part up to
okay,
me
hold on.
in my mind because of the way it is.
But
That's
I'm
how-
here
that's how
I'm
I
here
know
to-
automatically.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
there.
how I-
Throw a few dollars.
Yeah,
I know, but listen what I'm
That's
saying.
what that
Listen,
is.
listen what I'm saying.
Like go there for that. 'cause I
Yeah,
know what
that's
that
what
is.
it
but you missed what I said.
And that's what they expect.
I'm here. No. Hear what I said.
You know they tell you it's too
No.
good.
Hear what I said. I'm here to entertain you, right?
Absolutely.
I'm paid to entertain you, right? I came here to entertain you, right?
But they don't look at
So in the midst-
as their entertainment.
No. In the midst of me chilling, right? If I'm chilling, right?
Okay.
You can't say that I'm not entertaining you because I'm relaxing right now. Bitch, you don't know what I'm gonna do when I get on the stage. I might get on the stage and throw 30,000 this motherfucker. You don't know because you judged me off of just standing here because I didn't want to lap dance right now.
So
I didn't want to get.
So
No, I
jumped the gun.
had just came in the club and the bitch was like, "Oh, you a rapper?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "You ain't throwing no money like a rapper." And in my mind, I was like, "Well, bitch, I ain't went on yet." You feel me? But I didn't tell her that. I just told her like, "Shit, I don't want no lap dance. That ain't my thing." She looked at me and was like, "Well, shit, that ain't you ain't no rapper." You feel me? So you judge me off of because you want me to. Bitch, I'm here to entertain you too. So just like you entertaining me, wait your turn.
Right.
But you judged off of by my statement, you felt I was a broke nigga. You feel me?
Right.
Your mind instantly was like you a broke nigga because you didn't come in this bitch off bail. And it's like,
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gassed her up, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So she came with, like, she came with the car, she came with
But
the
like
car.
you said,
You see, rappers come through the door.
Motherfuckers come through doing it. So.
when you seen rappers, the dollar bill alert went off.
Right.
Money. Hey. That shit went off. You feel me?
Yeah. Get to go.
I'll send it.
Then you got mad when I was like, "Bitch, I ain't ready to speak."
That's when that horn goes. The baller in the house.
You get baller alert.
Y'all boys goofy.
Oh, wow, bro.
That's real though.
That's real as
They
hell.
there for a purpose, like you say. They.
But look,
they
no,
there for a
man.
purpose.
That's why I don't,
You ain't trying to throw shit. You should.
Because I've been in this situation where,
Because I'm here to entertain. I got a job.
So see that? Yeah, you different. Yeah.
listen, I've been there, I've had somebody pay for me to get a lap dance, and I paid her not to get me a lap dance. Right back. I'm straight. I appreciate you. I'm like,
But why? If I said no, I just said no.
I just because like
You shouldn't have to make my image off of me saying no though.
I'm straight.
Because after you say no, she gonna walk away and be like,
Because listen. Listen.
Hold on, not to walk up to you.
Listen, bro. At the end of the day, she worked. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how she
that's
working.
what it's
You know what I'm saying? It's about that. So it's like, listen, I'm gonna do you one better. He go an extra dub because I'm straight. Look.
The shit work two
Now
ways.
look at
The
that.
shit work two ways, though,
You
bro.
was just gonna get the 20,
Like-
you got to work. Now here go an extra
Like,
20, and you can go to somebody else, and now you on your way. You know what I'm saying? I might give you 50. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like
Like that really ain't my scene. But back in the day, when
It's
I
not
used to
my
pop-
scene, but
when I used to
it's
pop
right,
off,
right.
when I used to pop off in them boys, if I'm coming in there, I'm probably about to have fun, and I'm
what
probably
you gonna
gonna.
do?
When it's like when in
Don't
Rome,
go there,
right? To his point, don't come at me like that.
Exactly.
Because I ain't with that. Because I ain't with that either. Like really, you probably got so much more to gain from me just by sitting down next to me for 10 minutes.
What I'm saying, that's what I was
Then
saying.
me giving
you
40 in singles. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
Like I know you got kids to feed and stuff like that. So just keep shit in context, man. You ain't all that, girl. Quit playing with me. You feel me? Quit playing with me. I ain't no trick, bro. I ain't never.
That's they fucking job.
That ain't never been my. That ain't never been my
Hey,
thing.
listen. I'm
That's
just listening
the
like this, bro.
fucking
Hey, listen.
That ain't me.
After you get a certain age, it ain't triggered if you got it.
Yeah.
After you get a certain age,
If
it
I
ain't
got
triggered.
it,
Listen, bro. Listen.
Hey, hey,
I'm
hey,
gonna take it
listen,
to
listen,
it, brother.
listen,
We can
listen,
break it down.
Everything.
Listen, bro.
I agree with all of that.
I would say,
Break it down, bro.
Less time with your ass.
Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
This is
I'll pay that
Listen, bro.
conversation spend less
Listen,
time.
man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm 40 years old. I ain't bad looking. But she 22. She not hanging out with me because of my looks, and I don't give a fuck how good I look. Better be helping her out. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with that.
And that's what I mean
But
by
there's nothing
that.
wrong with
I
that.
agree with that, but I don't agree with that.
There's
because
nothing
listen,
wrong with that.
if you a handsome person and you got some type of manipulation or swag about yourself, I don't give a fuck how old a bitch is. That bitch will hang with you and you can be doing nothing.
That's
You
true.
can be sitting in the
Yeah,
crib
that's
on your
true, too.
ass, and that
That's
bitch
true
will
too. But
provide
I'm
for you
talking.
and do work.
Listen. Let me take it back and I'm talking about strictly from a sexual standpoint.
Right.
That's what it is. After you reach a certain age, that's what it is, bro. It ain't tricking if you got it. That shit is not. Listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Like that shit is. They not lying on that shit. These rappers, they not lying, bro. These dudes is really giving chicks $2 grand. Just to follow. They don't take.
Once I got it,
they don't take that.
it's
They give me 10,000. They give me 10 stacks. I give you 10 stacks. She gonna bust that motherfucker wide open. She gonna be gorgeous. She's gonna be beautiful. She's gonna be beautiful. But she gonna bust it open for a dub.
Why not?
I'm with her ass fat. I'm gonna give her that dub. I'm gonna give her 20 stacks.
I'm with
No
all of
problem.
that. But the point is,
There you go, baby. Right.
the point is this though, it's still tricky. It's tricky. What is tricky? What's tricky? When you spend money for the situation, whatever your fetish and your fetish.
But your
So listen, looking at this.
If you date, you tricky then. Shit.
I mean,
It's
it's
the same
Check out, you
Life
about to
is
pay for it.
You paying for all that. Every single day I go, I ain't been on a date in the last, and that's even going, man, I ain't been on a date in the last 10 years. I ain't spent at least 200. And that's the bottom 10 years. That's 10 years. That's 10 years. That's 200. That's dinner, drinks. Nigga, I'm talking about $40. You spending $200 that night. You spending $200 that night. And nigga don't live alone and want to get some pussy that night. Guess what's gonna happen? You going to the hotel? They go extra. You know, I'm not going to the easy one.
No,
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to the letter. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight.
See, that's the difference. Because I'm going to the car, wherever this bitch comes from.
Standards. They go back to standards, brother. They go back to standards. They go back to standards. You do whatever you want. Everybody.
Man, I didn't know what a car actually is.
Some chicks, you gonna pull up to the easy bus, you like, I ain't going in there. Hey, so I'm like, I was just tripping.
Hey, y'all know they can't hear over there. Everybody talking at once.
Go ahead. What y'all say now?
Yeah, I feel it.
Man.
Who's that?
You know,
I mean, whoever, because we're going live.
Yeah,
So,
people listen.
but then if somebody watch it back, like if you watch it back tomorrow, you won't be able to hear what was being said.
Yeah, that shit was funny though.
It was definitely hilarious, but y'all always talking at the exact same time.
Hey, what hotel was it that we always took a bitch to, though, bro?
Well, I know back in my
I mean,
day,
the top dog. You know, you thought it was the shit, but it wasn't the shit.
I was always young and had a bedroom.
My nigga. Red roof on
was sweet.
what's the red roof in RV Gardens?
I always had somewhere to go. Like I was young and had cribs and had somewhere to live, had bachelor pads and shit. So
Man,
my crib was always the
I'm
turn.
talking about
lucky you.
Yeah,
16,
my
17 years old. They was going to the red roof on RV
I'm
Gardens.
talking about teenage.
Nigga,
Nigga, you, I mean, you might have had
And this is
I didn't.
So you know,
I stayed at mama's.
No, like when I was 17, you was going to the crib.
bitches be like,
I
we
went
going
to
to
the
the
road.
road.
You was going to the crib. I was 17. I'm like, I wasn't
Hey,
buying
we
no crib, bro.
these bitches.
I was on the red. As a matter of fact, I was on the Bluebird.
Hey, look.
I went to Bluebird.
I ain't starting the room. Like I know.
And they tore
I
it
was
down.
in the crib myself.
Hey, the Bluebird, no, it was terrible. They had the regular fence at the door.
I forget that. I think it was called.
Hey, that's crazy because me and
Yeah,
my mom,
Easy
me and my mom was just talking about that and shit. My mom was telling me how she had got caught in my dad's room and shit, teenager and shit. And I was like, oh, so you really do know how embarrassing that shit is when the nigga trying to, be with his bang and you kick in the notes on ball.
What the fuck?
What you been doing there? You know what I'm saying? I be like, the bitch be packing up like, I don't know if I see that nigga again.
Nigga, my folks was the best, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, nigga. Like they was the best. Like I used to.
My mom was.
Well, my life is always.
Man, my pops came in, nigga. I was in the crib. Fuck it. Oh, bro, I'll probably get tossed out the window, boy.
Man,
Jazz
I'm
and Fresh
the
Prince.
only nigga fucking in
No.
this bitch. That's
No,
bitch word.
I'm gonna get tossed out the window after the shit
I
go.
could get caught by
Be
my
like,
what? My mom's either. It's
Yeah,
a holy
bro,
Bible, nigga.
Bro, I promise. I wasn't fucking
I
with
think my father would have stood there and watched. Like,
yeah.
can't believe nigga. He probably would
My pops was tiny, like, oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
really serious.
But see, my experience was.
Like my mama was the disciplinarian. Like she was
But
the
look,
one that was on
that's
my head. My
right.
father was too busy doing his own thing.
But look, my experience when I was young with that was for real, nigga. If I came in the crib with a chick, I'm gonna come in the crib. I'm probably not gonna introduce her to nobody. I'm gonna go to my mom and daddy door, be like, hey, I got company, nigga. I ain't gonna say I got company, nigga, but I'll be like, hey, y'all, I got company, nigga. I'm about to go do my shit. And wasn't nobody gonna bother me. And I was gonna
That
be
was hard.
That's rare. That's rare back then. That's rare.
Bro, my whole life,
How old you talking?
nigga.
That wasn't happening.
Like high school, bro. High school, bro.
Okay, bro.
Bro, high school. Think about
Yeah,
high
that
school.
wasn't happening.
In high school, bro, I was Pink Panther and all that shit, man.
Bro, high
I was
school,
in
bro.
like this dude.
What?
No, I couldn't sneak. I know it was a problem.
What?
I couldn't sneak nobody in.
I ain't
Oh, yeah.
That's my
That's your point,
point.
bro.
But my mom,
No, I
look.
had female company, but best believe, like, she come in here,
Yours
we
are
watching
open.
TV or
Yeah,
something, and
yeah,
she getting the fuck
No,
out.
my household wasn't designed
Yeah,
that. Honestly, like, my mama was on some shit like, I already know what you want. And I'd rather you be at the crib on that bullshit than be in the streets on that bullshit.
Shit,
So-
my mom knew what I was on.
so-
Like, don't bring that bullshit.
So-
Hell no, nigga, you.
But look, but this gave my parents an opportunity to do shit like this though. This gave me an opportunity to do this on some real parent one-on-one shit. Oh girl, you fucking with? She 5. Cause they checking people out. Everybody you falling through with, they checking them out. So they gonna come and pull my coattail later, like dog on some bullshit. That nigga jealous. They used to let me have all my freedom, bro. Only thing I didn't do when I was in high school was smoke trees and shit. Nigga, I used to drink at the crib, all of that shit, bro.
Yeah, I didn't do none of that shit.
And I did all of that shit, bro.
I can agree with that, but I was like a mama's boy, so my mom ain't like nobody. Period.
Here.
So you could be a great person, and my mama would be like, dog ain't for you. I'm going for you.
Man, it's only one.
It's like my mama was kind of like that though, too. Like she was kind of like
One of
that,
my girlfriends on all that shit,
but not
my
complete.
mom and the man, she like one.
My mama like
She
my
fucking one.
that's
Yes,
mine too.
Out of every
I
one of
can't
them,
just
I'm about to like the girls. I didn't
I
keep.
had one.
And she just didn't want to
Why
meet
you let her
her.
go?
Just like
Everybody
why you
talking at
stop
the same
talking
time
about
because-
them chicks?
I liked her.
My mom was cool. She didn't want to meet none of no chicks. Like, no, I'm
My
straight.
mom
I
was
don't think
cool
you'll be
like
with her
that.
long. I didn't want to meet her.
Yeah.
I'm straight. No. But I did have a chick when I was in college. I brought her home. And my mom
You
like
still
loved
got
that
pictures.
chick.
I'm about to say that.
She loves her some Rochelle. Baby. That was
Boy.
Look, bro.
I had one too.
rest
To
of
that,
my life, she was
all
straight.
the women that I was ever in a committed relationship with, and all the women that I ever brought around my mom, she only like one.
All of
And that was my wife, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I got.
I'm not married, so-
I'm not.
Yeah.
I got.
My mama like
And guess what?
I like go.
I don't think in the prime space, I don't think my mom will. And they're all
And all these said the prospects you got none.
in the prospect, my mom would like.
I always had one.
So what was you telling us, your daughters, man, earlier about being
My one daughter.
trendsetter?
Yeah, I told them to be trendsetters, man. 'Cause it basically was about they were talking about hair and hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? My girls are half Puerto Rican, so you know, and they into and they teenagers now.
Yeah.
You know, so they want to look a certain look, and I'm like, why don't you just do this? Oh no, I could never. And I'm like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Yeah, she couldn't explain to me why. And I was like, don't ever be ashamed of what you got or what you don't got.
Don't
You know what I'm
doubt
saying?
you.
Yeah, don't ever doubt yourself. Like, rock that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my one daughter got like longer hair and it's curly, but it's like straighter. My other daughter got like it's curly, but it's more like the Afro curly, like
Right.
the look. And I'm like, man, like chicks be rocking that shit. That shit be looking sweet, like right. She's like, no, I don't want to wear it like this. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, you gotta deflect that.
you know what I'm saying? You
My
just gotta deflect.
daughter been rocking her afro for the last 3 days.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Her choice. You
I'm
feel
like,
me?
bro, you got beautiful. Your shit is like super curly, wild looking, like some Khalees type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Khalees had that wild, like,
Yeah, that was fun.
No, she like, no, she wanna do this. Like, no, I want to press it down and wear it all. Like, no, just be you. Just always be you. Always feel comfortable in your skin, whatever you wearing, however you feeling that day. Just be comfortable with
But
yourself.
so, you know what? That comes from like society, bro. Society, man.
Absolutely.
Society be
Not by the
making
mic,
people, society be making people think they gotta be a certain kind of way in order to blend and fit in. You know what I mean? In order to be accepted. And everybody be craving for acceptance because no matter who you are, everybody is looking for something to belong to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Since they've created so many things that you could possibly want to belong to.
Because we all
So many
self-conscious.
options.
We all self-conscious in a way.
So many
You know what I'm saying? So when shit preys on that, you know what I'm saying? When you're constantly reminded of your own self-consciousness and what your own, you know what I'm saying, fears and doubts are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
People have to really fucking retrain themselves and think. It's really tough, man. And you gotta think about like this is like hundreds, you know, this is
They
a lot
started
of
when we were
years.
young, bro.
This shit is like
thousands.
hardwired into your DNA.
Passed down,
Hardwired
generation.
into your DNA.
I agree.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something.
Go ahead and talk about
Me
it.
and Tom had a conversation, and I had did some work with a black guy. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking about black businesses and how you wanna give back. You know what I'm saying? You wanna.
It's hard.
We need to build ourselves.
It's hard, but we
You know what I'm
got
saying?
to.
But listen, I got a situation
Right.
where I'm dealing with a black lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I call him. I can't get him to call me back. I can't get him to text me back. Every once in a blue moon, he'll call me. Oh, Mr. Fuller, I've been so busy. Like, man, but guess what, though? I had a Jewish lawyer before him. Prompt. Prompt. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem, man? Like, you can't call me back. You can't text me back, man. Come on, man. You work for me. Come on, man. You work for me, man. Like, you can't call me back. Another situation.
It's a standard though. We don't hold
It's
each other.
standard.
We don't hold each other.
And when you
as
try,
a
and when
whole.
you try to, people get so offended though. When you
Right.
try to hold somebody accountable,
Emotions come up.
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
that's
they
an
get
understand.
so offended. It's like,
You
man, how you
understand.
gonna get offended? Because guess what? You wouldn't get offended at the white man for
Right.
fucking telling you to do your fucking job.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't do that. So you'll get mad at me though for telling you to do your fucking job. Like, you gotta be
But
kidding me.
it's
man.
because
You gotta be
listen,
fucking
but
joking,
wait.
bro.
Like it's a sense of entitlement though. You see what I'm saying?
And that, but
Like listen,
God.
people, listen. Like we right. Like we be talking about us. You feel what I'm saying? And people be like,
Put that bitch out.
my people gonna support me. You know what I mean? People think people gonna support them just because they got an idea and they doing a little something. They don't even sometimes understand that you need to be complete in the industry that you're in, and you need to be striving to be the best in your industry in order for people to rock with you.
Let me give you another situation here.
That's all from within.
I'm a younger black man trying to come up in the trucking business,
Logistics.
construction business. Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's logistics, but it's also construction too.
Okay, that's what's up.
There's older black cats in the game. Been in the game since the 70s and 60s. You know what I'm saying? One situation. I go to him. I say, hey, man, I got a job. I hear you got some dirt, some clay that could be used. You know what I'm saying? Could you truck it for me and I'll pay you with, you know, oh, yeah, no problem. Tries to take the job from me. You know what I'm saying? Tries to take the job from me. Like, what the hell, man? Like
I understand.
and I try to say, hey man, like, hold on, man, like this is my little connect, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, he got mad and hung up, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, another situation. Now I got my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm working for another old been in the game, millionaire, you know what I'm saying? I do a job for him hauling snow one way. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he didn't owe me much money, like $5 grand, something like that. Oh man, I can't pay you until I get paid. I'm like, okay, man, like, you're like a millionaire. It's been like months now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like July now, bro. Like, I did the work in fucking December. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still ain't got paid from that job. Like, come on, man. You like a millionaire, dude. Like, that $5,000 really don't hurt you that much. But guess what?
Nope.
I know a racist, a blatant racist white man. Good old boy, proud boy. I could go to him right fucking now and ask him for help, and he would fucking help me. He would fucking help me. He would fucking help me, I guarantee. I guarantee.
I've had that experience, right?
Like, come on,
Listen,
man.
I've had that experience with a millionaire black business owner, bro. I had a landscaping company at the time, right? Well, a partner of mine had a landscaping company, and it was going belly up, and I bought into it. You know what I mean? But he had good contracts though.
Yeah, that shit.
Right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so
That's what that is? Okay.
we end up
Nigga, I've been past.
We ended up having like 20 plus contracts from dude. And I'm not gonna say his name for all intents and purposes, right? But we had like 20 contracts from dude,
Right.
right?
Why you trying to hide that motherfucker?
And he had owed us for these 20 contracts. You feel me? So then he had got some new properties, right?
That was
And he gave us the new properties also. So now we got another slab of properties from the same dude, right?
Right.
So he wanted to bunch everything together like we had took all these jobs at the same time. Now we still waiting on this money. And now you want us to wait on this money and this money together. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm telling my man, I'm like, bro, listen, I'm different. I'm not like, this is new to me. I'm used to when people owe you, they gotta pay you. Now it was a life lesson because eventually I just called dog and was like, look, bro, I ain't waiting. He owed us $20,000, bro. I ain't never had nobody owe me $20,000 at that point in my life. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I come from a certain place where if somebody owe you that kind of money, man, you might end up on the news. Not saying that I was gonna murder him, but I would have fought that man over my money at that time, right? Now, I learned a lot because I learned how I responded. It's really, truly not how you do business, but to the essence of the conversation, from a black man to another black man in business, he should have never started us out like that.
Well, but this is the point, man. This is the point. The point is, why is it so hard when you got somebody why does everybody that's been in whatever industry is in, the old head that's in the industry, instead of him trying, most of them, now I'm not saying not all of them is like that, but most of them, you know what I'm saying, they won't reach down and give you a hand. Instead, they'll give you a whole spiel of how nobody helped them. Right. You know what I'm saying? They'll give you a whole spiel about how nobody helped them, how they had to come up on their own, and how they had to do it by themselves. It's like, well, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I know a Jewish guy that's got a basketball league, and he started 15 years ago. Right. Okay. It started with just his little Jewish community, you know, maybe 5 teams or something. Now he's blown up into come play Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Justin Jacobs, man. Like, he blew up.
Shout out to Justin.
You know what I'm saying? That's my homie. He done blew up this big old. He done blew up this big old hole. This whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got all kind of leagues. He done blew up. You know what I'm saying? And me and Tony talked about this, and I was like, I don't think that a black, like one of us, could have did that because we wouldn't have got the support from our community listen. It took sponsors. You know what I'm saying? It took people believing in him and putting money and investing in him to make it to what it is. Right. And it's hard. It's so I don't think, and I'm like, man, I'm like, man, just listen, man. I'm trying to rent out basketball gyms, man. It's like, man, I play basketball, man. I pay $5.
It's
don't
different.
nobody want to
Listen, bro.
Nobody want to pay. Nobody want to pay no money.
But look, man,
come on, man.
Listen, bro. In real time, man, we gotta understand our people are truly conditioned. You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Like, everything about our existence in these ghettos, bro, is conditioned.
I understand it.
So when we having certain conversations about us, just keep in mind the aspects of conditioning that you recognize. You
I
feel me?
recognize that,
Yeah.
but at a certain point, it becomes frustrating when you can't figure out how to recondition these fucking people, which is our fucking people. Like it gets frustrating after a certain point. Like, man, I cannot get through to this person, man. Like,
What is it that
so
you? But
fucked up.
what is it that you have to bring to offer? Like, and you got to ask yourself this. We all have to ask ourselves this: what do I bring to the table? What can I do to help make shit better?
Why don't you fucking let me show you? If I'm in the industry that you in,
Right,
and I'm doing, you see me doing this,
right,
you see me working,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like then at a certain, then that becomes an excuse for you to fucking hold me down. Like when it comes to the whole, and it is. It's been hard wired into.
Well, we gotta, but
listen, it's been hard. I understand that it's been hard wired into our DNA since for thousands of years. I understand that.
but-
Man, at a certain
no,
point,
wrong
man,
way.
At a certain point.
That's the wrong conversation, bro.
No, man. At a certain point, man.
I
What are y'all
don't know
doing, bro?
what you're saying.
I don't understand what y'all.
Oh,
Bro, I don't understand what y'all
There
doing,
you go
bro.
with the mic.
We're trying to bring the mic closer.
It was straight though.
It wasn't. You think it was, but somebody listening to it said no.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I'll tell them thank you.
So you gonna put it in the screen?
She said, okay.
Oh, you can hear it now.
Thank you, sis.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Reese, thank you for watching, baby girl. We'll give you a shout out.
What up, Reese?
Y'all gotta
What's up, Reese?
Reese.
In the building.
adjust the boy up because he's lucky.
It's in the screen.
It's in the screen. It's gonna be in the screen regardless.
Man, here, man.
That's on Vanguard. That's cool,
I
man.
got this. I got a blast on it.
That's on last
It's
time.
in the light this time.
So I guess the point. So Ralph, I guess the point is this, bro. We don't really have no structure as it pertains to us with collective, man. And when elder sees one of us coming up in the ranks in any particular industry, and even a lot of times peers, we be seeing each other as threats. Most of us, a lot of us see each other as threats. You
Why
see
is
what I'm
that?
saying?
And why is that?
Because we conditioned to see
Because
each other as threats, bro. That's conditioned.
Condition or program?
Okay.
I mean, it's the same thing, man.
Same
we
thing.
go.
But right back to what you just said. At a certain point, it gets frustrating when you can't figure out how to reprogram these people or how to recondition these people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you lead by example.
I understand. Yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm
And I
saying?
understand that not everybody can.
Nobody wants to
not
do
everybody
that.
can be respect. Everybody, not everybody wants to
No,
learn.
no,
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody wants to learn.
Don't be so literal when I say that you lead by example. You allow your example to you put your demonstration down. So if somebody is looking and that's what they digging, they can follow it. You see what I'm saying? Like everything ain't for everybody. Like people be thinking we can save everybody, bro. We can't save everybody, bro. Most of us, hold on 1 second. Most of us need to save ourselves first of all, before we can even help somebody else. Like a lot of us want to help and want to give back, but we got emotional issues, bro. We got mommy issues, daddy issues, girlfriend issues, nigga. We bad parents. We got poor financial skills. You know what I mean? Like we got all kinds of issues. So a lot of times we be wanting to go and help everybody, bro. We ain't even helped ourselves. So you can't even be broke trying to help somebody. I'm not saying that you broken at any aspect of your life trying to help somebody, but for real, most of us is broken, bro. This whole existence has fractured us, bro. This whole paradigm of us being in America, bro, this shit can toe us up, man.
I know a lot of
But
people.
at a certain point, even that becomes an excuse.
I know a lot of people.
At a certain point, even
Hey,
that becomes an excuse.
But it's a thin line, fam. It's a thin line between. One second though.
Thin line between love and hate.
But hear me out though. But that's true.
You feel me?
But look, it's
And
true.
your knowledge is seeds out to people, but they
What I'm saying is, go ahead. What I'm saying is this, bro. It's a thin line between a thing being a reality and somebody being able to take that reality and leverage it to make themselves feel better about their position in life. Like, bro. We was kind of talking about this last week a little bit. You wasn't here, I don't think. But systematic racism is a real thing, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I
So
agree.
But everybody's not
Racism-
racist.
One second though, nobody is saying.
racism is a real thing.
Yeah, but
That's
everybody's not
But
racist.
no, but fuck 1 second.
Racist is real, but everybody's not
One second though. But when I say, let 1 second. I want to answer.
Everybody.
No, I want to ask you a question, Tom.
Everybody's not racist.
No, because we talking over each other, so I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, use some etiquette. But
Everybody's
now I want to ask you a question. When I said systematic racism is a real thing, why, and I want a real answer, the best you can give me, why was the first part that popped up in your head off me saying that everybody not racist?
Everybody's not racist.
I agree with that
Because
statement.
I don't believe in racism like you do.
What do you mean? How do I
I
believe
don't.
it?
I never been through what you.
Let me ask you, how do I believe in racism?
Because you've been through something that was racist.
But how do I believe in
Because
racism?
you've been through something.
Okay,
that was
now
racist.
let me give you an example.
Yeah, but
One second, please. One second.
When I was on the east side, bro, I
Hold
had-
on.
no, wait, hold on.
Oh, wait, pause. Time out. 1 second. Because he
I'm
opened
talking
up.
about that's the first time.
He opened up the
That's
door.
first time I ever had an
Listen,
open relationship.
listen,
Racism.
listen. You just opened up the door.
What else I had?
1 second. 1 second. I'm glad you said that.
But I got delayed. That's what I learned.
I'll wait.
Racism.
No, I'm
I was
glad
on
you
the east
said
side. I ain't
that.
had
No,
no racism.
hey, man,
I'm glad you said that.
No, listen,
I'm
man.
talking shit.
Real shit. I'm glad you said that because this is the example I want to use, bro. And who runs corporate America? Meaning, who has the highest paid position in corporate America and who stands to gain the most?
Is this a question of race?
Jews.
For sure.
Jews and Europeans, right? Who runs banking? Jews and Europeans, right?
Right.
Who runs Hollywood? Jews and Europeans, right?
Factual.
Who runs travel? Jews and Europeans.
Me.
I can go 1 second. I can go on and on and on and tell you that answer is going to be Jews and Europeans every single time, right?
Yeah, but you
1 second. Let me
you said
finish.
Jews
Stop.
and Europeans.
you
You didn't
got-
say white. That's
Bro,
what I'm saying.
stop.
That's what the
You
racism
been-
started.
European,
dog.
stop. Pause.
I'm
Pause.
just saying.
No.
Jews,
Stop.
we're not saying color.
But y'all allowing the bill to stop though.
That's cool.
Don't do that.
That's
Because listen,
cool, bro.
because this is the point you're not missing. In all of those industries, it's not us. That shows you that all of the systems is designed for us to keep us out, bro. You say 1 second, because we can't say we don't see racism when everything we look at is racist. Everywhere you look is racism. So if you don't see, go ahead.
I ain't gonna say what everybody else said, but yeah, he had something to say. He had a rebuttal. I want to hear this rebuttal.
Because it's not though. Racism is made to me by how you portray yourself, how your actions are. So the word nigga is only defined because niggas embraced it and became niggas. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying by that is, once we took on the word nigga, which is cool, so you my nigga, blase split, right? But now the Europeans took it on as a nigga terminology. So now when you use the word nigga, it's because you act as a nigga, where you used ratchet earlier. So niggas act ratchet. So niggas, they fuck their own perspective,
Perspective
of who they are. You feel
What you
me?
mean? I
I just
disagree.
said So
Like, I
trailer
agree
park
with you.
trash. Why
Listen.
do you call trailer park trash? Trailer park trash.
Right.
Like why?
You would call trailer park trash because they trash and they live in a trailer park.
But why? What's the actions that give them the trailer park trash actions? Like what makes them trailer park trash?
I mean, I guess based
Because you
on
wasn't living.
what I know about, I like trailer parks. If I was in a different space in my life, man,
I know, but
man,
we talking about hillbilly trailer park trash. Like what gives you that perception?
We're talking about stereotypes and personifications.
But fuck the stereotype, like bro.
No, it's not fucking
If, 1
stereotype.
second, listen. If you live in, like, say you live in a trailer park, or you live in the hood, and you don't take care of your environment, you walk around dusty. You don't take care of your crib.
Okay.
Your kids out in the streets messy.
So
You're 1 second. No, you're trash.
Okay. Okay.
So if you live in a trailer park and that's your activity, you trailer park trash. Like I'm literal with
Absolutely.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
So if you
and you off the east
so
side,
if you're in the hood,
whatever,
you're in the hood, you're doing the
right.
same thing.
You
I
trash.
get that, but now listen. Now take the numbers, right?
Go ahead.
So when they statistically take these numbers, right,
Right.
and you got 65% of African Americans is they label because I don't believe in the African Americans.
I don't either, but
I'm
that's
I'm just venturing off just to say
Wait,
that. But if you get 65% of these people, right?
Right.
Naturally, what I'm gonna say, a whole, right? That's a whole. It's no more, no less. That's the whole community. Fuck that is another 30% in the community, or even maybe a 40% in the community who got a completely different thought process. But we're looking down at it, right? That's what they say, outside looking in, right?
Right.
So the outside looking in, that shit look poor.
Right.
You feel me? So fuck the motherfuckers who really trying to do something, because statistically, all you niggas ain't trying to do shit. We ain't thinking about the ones that is. Now, when you say Europeans, they don't mention the trailer park trash. They don't mention the motherfucker, the dope fiend Europeans. They don't mention those because statistically, there's more Europeans doing better than there are worse.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, by numbers, it's the numbers, bro.
But
so your mental
understand what I'm talking.
As of recently, they started bringing.
But no, listen.
Europeans started
Understand what I'm actually talking about.
Opioids.
I'm not talking about
They've been on that
the
tip,
physical
though.
body.
Opioids.
I'm talking about the systems in place that.
But that system's not though. The system designed for anybody who knows the knowledge. If you know the knowledge, the system is designed for you. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, this is my opinion. If you know the system, right, you can get in the system because you have black billionaires. So a black billionaire had to know something within the system to get into the system. Even if we want to go to the point and be like, well, he subjected himself or he did this. At the end of the day, he's still
Illuminati. He sold his soul. That's all right. Got in there. So.
No. Melvin Nunnery, newest billionaire. He a genius. We'll talk about him in a second. He
Illuminati.
No. He created something that other people needed, and they paid him well for it.
So what stops the next?
Nobody. Look, 1 second.
People stop.
Look. But people keep it like people be getting things confused, right? When you have certain conversations, right? People assume that if you say systematic racism is a real thing, that you on the other hand saying people not accountable for their actions when they are. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm never proposing that people shouldn't be accountable.
I'm saying
One
they don't never
One
hold
second.
themselves accountable.
But and I agree with that. But when we are one who has transcended the norm, right? Because we can't keep talking about people being brainwashed. We can't say we agree. 1 second, bro. Not to cut your knowledge, but we can't say that people brainwashed. We can't say that systematic racism exists when we see the systems designed against us. And then be like, what's wrong with these niggas because we doing better than them niggas.
The niggas ain't trying.
A system is designed against a dummy, not a color. Right, that's my only problem with it. Because
exactly.
That's designed
That's why I say at a certain point it becomes frustrating.
1 second. But that's a different conversation.
But everything is colored though, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? I just pointed out that every profession on the planet, we are not the top money getters in them primarily.
Because we not trying.
Bro, because
I'm not saying that. I'm
who
not saying that.
Who the top entertainers? But we are. Because who is the top entertainers? Top entertainers.
Bro, entertainers are nothing. It is nothing. 1 second. It is nothing to be an entertainer, bro. To be an entertainer means
nothing to be an entertainer.
Bro.
I said top entertainers. I'm talking about people that evolve the world. You have black people like Kanye West. You have black people like no matter what their beliefs are, they're in this
I
position.
fuck with Kanye West hard.
I'm just saying, other people may not. You feel me? But no matter what their beliefs are. But I'm saying you have Kanye West, you have Jay-Z, you have.
Well, I think that's talking about a different thing. You talk about also a status thing too.
I mean, even if it's, I'm saying but it's a color. So I'm saying if you going by a color, right? You show me you can get there, right? Whatever your determination, whatever your factor was, I don't know.
Whatever you had to sacrifice.
Whatever it was, right? You got there, right? The same thing this white man did. He did the same thing. You think the white man who had slaves truly wanted to have slaves? That shit was killing that nigga at night. Bro, listen, you had white men who was killing themselves in history, bro, because they couldn't take that shit.
Hey, look,
They couldn't deal with it.
but that's
So
a
they had to bring us a sacrifice, because even the one who did
But
deal
let's-
with it, he
but
just
let's-
felt the pain, right?
let's
He just went on with what he lived
because
through.
that's a dope conversation too. But where we at right now, right?
Where we are right
Ain't
now,
nobody-
we still in the same position.
No,
We
no.
are stuck in the same position. Everybody keep on talking about these 40 years of slavery.
No, listen,
All
bro.
this bullshit.
Anything that goes wrong in America turns into a problem.
Yeah,
Because
everything
race-
that goes wrong. That's what they
It's not a
That's why I be
It's
asking
race.
y'all to hear me out,
Right?
bro.
Even don't get me wrong, I'm with my own
Listen to
people,
me,
but
bro.
at the same time, if
I
somebody got shot,
agree with y'all, bro. But it's two sides to every coin,
Yeah,
bro.
but it's a right side and a wrong side.
Bro, I agree with you. But the fact exists, bro, that all of these different mechanisms have been put in place to create the results that make us sit back and be like, what's wrong with them?
For humanity, not for colors.
Let me tell you
I
something, bro.
agree with him.
Hold on 1 second, bro.
I agree with you.
1 second, bro. I swear, because I don't want to cut your knowledge, bro. Because I want to hear what you have to say, right? But when he say for humanity, bro, like I can tell you to read the King Alfred plan, bro, and it was drawn out specifically to identify us, bro, to stop us from liberating. One second.
Okay.
It was written to stop us from liberating in America. You understand what I'm saying? Like Margaret Sanger put Planned Parenthood into motion in urban areas, bro, to help depopulate black communities and us, bro. This one, no, bro.
This ain't your shit.
Listen,
It's
bro.
not your shit.
Listen,
So
bro.
how you mad about what they
Stop,
bring
bro.
detention on
What's
your
not my shit, bro?
The United States of America?
Bro.
It's not your shit.
They fucking got they knowledge from us because we was already
Besides
here, bro.
the fact, this not. Did you listen?
Bro.
We're not claiming of it. So if you're not claiming that, once again, I go back to the conversation when I said, if this your household, right? If I don't follow your rules, what happens? I got to go out on my own, right?
But different conversation. Because I want us to stay in context.
It's the same thing.
But I'm trying to keep us in context on the conversation because, listen, bro.
Y'all talking about the same thing but two different
From
things.
But we not. I'm just using a different aspect. It's the same thing.
I'm following you.
Like,
Go ahead.
there absolutely has been a system put in place.
For everybody.
But when you say for everybody, and I can give you examples of things that have been put in place specifically for
black
us.
people. Listen.
You think it's not something that exists
Listen.
for a white person?
No, listen.
There is, bro. You think that a white person don't gotta follow the same rules you gotta follow? That's crazy.
That's
You
not
know what the difference is? The white person just
But I ain't
knows where it
saying
is,
that
though.
though.
Listen,
I'm not
listen, I definitely have.
I'm definitely not saying that.
I definitely have experienced something in my life
Okay.
where I know for a fact that
Because you was
white. No,
it
listen,
was
listen.
the
no,
majority,
listen,
bro.
listen,
The
hold on,
majority was white people, but they didn't like you.
Listen. This comes down to listen. I'm telling you, I was trying to get a car. Okay, I know for a fact that 3 white people
Okay.
got a car.
Okay.
All they had to show was a check stub.
Okay.
2 weeks of check stubs is all they had to show. Proof of a job is all they had to show to get the fucking car. When I showed my check stubs, bro, not only did they listen, not only did they call the fucking bank, they called my bank,
Okay.
they called my job, they put me through all this fucking shit, and I still didn't fucking get the car.
Okay.
So listen.
I'm listening.
Let me finish. So that is absolutely systematically, you know what I'm
But
saying?
it's not. It was. Listen. This is what I'm saying. It was those people because if it was black on, I could have did the white. Listen, if it was black on, I could have did the European the same exact way.
But it wasn't black owned though. Now.
That just mean you went to the wrong place.
No.
You can't give. You
It
can't.
does, that shouldn't matter though. But see,
I know,
that
but what I'm
shit
saying
matter,
is-
bro. No, Johnny, bro.
You putting a
That
race.
shit matter. Listen.
I know, but hear what I'm saying.
Y'all talking about the same thing. You talking about now? Let me just tell you.
Because you judging people by a race,
And this is
bro.
why I'm saying.
That's not what I'm
Listen.
Bro.
And this is what I'm saying.
I'm not even talking about the race. I'm
Listen,
talking about the system.
when you break it down to the brothers,
But that's not the system.
everything.
That's the
system,
people.
bro.
No, it's not. That's the people.
Listen, Donnie,
If I can get you approved for something, right?
Every million, 36 people.
And I don't want to fight as hard for this person to get this person approved, right?
Right.
It's not the system. It was me. because the system is designed for both of y'all to get approved. I just didn't want to fight as hard for you as I did for him.
Donnie, you just told me you went to the wrong place.
Right.
If you would have went to a black place, you would have fucking got the shit.
Because
that's what you
would've
just
felt more
told me.
comfortable.
No. That's what you just told
No,
me.
I'm black and I'm
No,
never
listen,
had a
bro.
racist
Listen,
problem
bro.
in my
I'm
life,
telling you. I went to a place. It don't matter what fucking place I went to. I know for a fact because I went through a certain place. 3 white people got the fucking car, and I didn't get a fucking car, man. This is what I'm telling you. It doesn't matter what place I went to.
Did you go to another
I went
place
to
and
the
get the
wrong
car?
place. No, listen, bro.
Did you go to another place and get the car?
Listen. That doesn't matter.
It
Now
does.
listen.
Because that means the next people didn't treat you like those people treated you.
Listen. I shouldn't have had to go nowhere
I
else.
get that.
I shouldn't have had to go nowhere
Just
else.
because
bro.
you're an asshole don't mean
Listen,
that the next
Donnie,
person.
listen, bro. I shouldn't have had to
But
go
we all agree
nowhere
that.
else.
I get it.
I shouldn't have had to
real
go
shit.
nowhere else. Listen, bro. I shouldn't have had to go nowhere
You
else.
shouldn't have.
Okay, right.
And I can still go to a black
listen,
man's establishment. He ruder than I ever met in my
Okay,
life.
listen.
He'll tell me to get the fuck on and tell me to go somewhere else. And it's my own people.
Listen,
You know that he's pressed about
You
it.
know that true.
But wait,
A lot of black people don't give a fuck about their goddamn job.
but
They can be rude to me. They can
But a
talk
lot of my
like
people
that.
hate themselves too, bro.
That's my
A
point.
lot of
right
my
there.
people practice self-hate, bro.
That's my point.
But we having different conversations. Like
No, we not.
you say, yeah, we are because you're saying, no, it's not, bro. Listen, go ahead.
This is
Y'all go ahead.
Listen.
I'll let y'all go ahead. Then I'll follow up.
It all goes back to my first fucking argument. At a certain point, you get frustrated. At a certain point, all the shit we talking about becomes excuses to why we still in the same position we in. At a certain point, everything we talking about becomes a fucking excuse.
Now look,
Why you can't get ahead.
but that's
in
why
this world.
that's why I was trying to get full.
That's my
listen,
fucking point. At a certain point, every single thing we just talked about becomes an excuse.
But to your point, right? That's why I was trying to get full context.
So how can
To
you
what-
recondition? How can you start the recondition process? You tell me that. How can you start that?
before we can collectively start to recondition our people?
There's so much garbage.
As individuals, we gotta have ourselves in our proper place, bro. And then we have to start creating.
We all individuals.
We have, but
You
listen,
say that we all are.
But we have-
Right.
but listen, as a 1 second.
I mean,
But as an individual, you gotta listen. Like say we say, okay, bro, we really want to help people. That means Donnie gotta be the best version of himself. You gotta be the best version of yourself. He gotta be the best version of himself.
I was like,
I gotta be the best version of myself. You know what I'm saying?
I was like the white people. They used to do like races. Like I'm talking tattoos in their head. When they say me, you know what they say? What's that, Barbie? I'm like, whatever. Because as an individual, I didn't have just because you hate me, don't mean I hate you.
But I agree
So
with that,
eventually,
bro.
you know what happened?
Listen, bro.
Because I don't hate you and that shit don't bother me, we become friends.
But listen,
So now there's no racism because how you're treating me.
But you know, you're not hearing me.
Listen. Don, let me ask you about a situation.
Oh, hell no.
Listen.
Go
Let
ahead.
me ask you about a situation, right?
Mhm.
You got a job. You just got this job, right?
Mhm.
And you were there. How long were you there before they made you a supervisor? Whatever.
Before 98, so
They made you a supervisor before,
Right.
And there were other guys there working that had been there.
That's white.
That's white. That's white.
And I work in Romeo, Michigan.
And they
They don't like niggas that much.
exactly.
at all.
And
But why is
they've
it
been working there longer than you,
1
right?
second, bro?
Yeah, this making
And
my
they
point.
made you a They made you a supervisor.
Right.
Why do you feel that is though?
Because I didn't go in with a color, I went in and worked like the next nigga would work. So just like the white man at work, I didn't go in there with the lazy shit. Because the nigga would have got judged off the lazy shit. They expected me to come in and be a half-ass worker or be this. I came in and did the complete opposite. I did what I knew the corporate America wanted me to do. I came in and worked my ass off. So therefore, when they seen the white man who actually threw a fit, I told you about that. The white man threw a fit. Well, I've been here longer than him. How in the fuck, you know what they said? Well, he worked harder than you do. He's more responsible than you are. You know, we trust him more than we trust you. I work in Romeo, Michigan. Oh God.
But that makes sense.
Like they don't really care for niggas that much, my God. Like,
Right. I know exactly where
yeah,
you're
they
going.
don't care for niggas like that. You feel me? But me, because they
But
like,
these are all
and every
different
person at the next because another brother who worked there was like, man, these niggas is racist.
I never said
The same
nothing about
people-
color.
Listen,
Like, when I start, look, one second.
It's
One
different
second.
conversations, but they all tie in.
One second.
They different
Well, look,
conversations.
check this out.
But no, we didn't even let Dami finish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We didn't let Dami finish. We were in different conversations,
Right.
but they all tie into the main, to the main point. They're different conversations that all tie into the main point.
To sum it up, I say it was because of my actions. It was because I didn't go in with the mind frame of color. I went in as nigga. We all men,
You didn't
and
go
I
in
know
with
I
no
work the
chains
next
on.
man.
Hold on.
You didn't go in with no.
Look,
I still got a goddamn chain.
I'm saying, but to him though, in his mind,
No, because okay, listen, I'm out. One more story before.
No, you good because
My brother in Ohio told me this, right? Because he worked for a company just like me, all white people, white shit, right?
Right.
He said, bro, I got a manager shirt. This is before he ever became a manager. He said, I got a manager shirt. He said, I'll wear that bitch. I said, boy, you a fool. You wear a manager shirt? He said, I eat where the white folks eat. I drink where the white folks drink. He said, when another nigga come in here with that ignorant shit, I'll be like, bro, get your employee ass up out of here. Mind you, he's not even a manager, bro. He just got a manager t-shirt that he found, and he been wearing this bitch, right? It got to the point where these same motherfucking white people got confused, and it was like, they thought this nigga was a manager. So they started treating him like a manager. You hear me, right? So 2 years later, right, they said, listen, Colin, because his name's Colin, right? They said, Colin, we thought you was a manager for so long. We gonna make you a manager and we gonna give you a $9 raise. You already made $20. So now the nigga make $29, or because he conned his motherfucking way, because fuck it. Why hang with you niggas at lunchtime? Hang with these niggas at lunchtime. And why let you come in here and fuck my shit up when I'm trying to do me and you wanna come in here with that nigga shit? You wanna come in here and
but he was so accountable. He was so accountable that they got mad at him.
Fuck what I got going on with that.
But listen, like, I'm trying to get context because I'm speaking for what I see, but I'm also speaking from my perspective and my experiences, right? I'm not saying that all white people is racist or that even most white people is racist. And for me, it was never about color. Okay, I want to make that clear. I made it obvious how the systems are structured and how they've been working for quite some time. And they work that way by design. And that is what's systematic about. The system of policing literally came in off the back of the system of slave catching. You understand what I'm saying to you? The system itself was designed to oppress people who look like us. I'm not saying it's about color. I'm talking about the system. Now, we can ignore the systems because they don't affect us, the individual.
We talking 500 years.
1 second, though. No, we're talking right now. The systems are the systems. Bro,
Look,
bro.
everybody.
Think about what you know now. It's not about color anymore.
Come on, bro.
It's
Listen
about
to
what you know. Do you
It
have
was
it harder
never-
if you black?
I never said it was about color because it was never about color,
Because
bro.
you said
It was
the
about
system is
divide
designed to bring
and
blacks down.
conquer, bro.
Right.
Listen,
But you
bro,
making it about
the
color.
reason the system is against us, bro, is because if we,
Who
as
else is
a, 1
the
second,
system?
when I say black people, bro, when I talk about black people, 1 second, though. When I talk about black people, bro, for real, 1 second, 1 second.
That's why I keep saying.
We're not black people, bro.
We're not
Black,
black,
bro. Stop.
We're not.
Stop. That's not real. If you go to a white boy, he can tell you where it came from, bro. You can't. He can't. He can't. I can't.
Where you come from?
Bro, where you come from in Africa, bro?
Africa. I ain't come from Africa.
Bro, I'm talking millions, bro. Everybody came from Africa, bro. Where you, bro?
You don't have a nationality.
Bro, you ain't got a fucking nationality, bro.
So everybody doesn't have a nationality.
No, you ain't got black people. Black people
don't
don't.
have a nationality.
How?
So white people are descendants of Europe, right? If you go
All
back,
white people is from Europe.
all
white people
wait,
from
wait,
Europe.
listen to what I'm saying.
All black people
Wait.
are from Europe.
Listen to what I'm saying.
All white people
Hold on.
from
You
Europe.
don't want to listen.
Hear what I'm
You
saying?
want to disagree.
No,
No,
hear
you're
what
not.
I'm saying.
You just want to
I'm
disagree.
not disagreeing.
You can't.
Hear what I'm
I'm not
saying?
disagreeing.
Bro, you can't grow without listening.
Listen.
By paperwork, you're considered an African American. It doesn't exist. If you listen to a true African, he's gonna laugh at you. He think you're a fucking character for accepting that.
Who made that up? Jesse Jackson or something?
Jesse Jackson did make that up.
If you look at an animal,
Jesse
right,
Jackson absolutely made that
you
up.
have a German bulldog, right? His nationality is German, right?
Okay.
That's his descendant. That's where he comes from. You have a Siamese cat. The descendant is Siamese. You're African American. You have no descendants. A European, which is a white person, their descendant is from Europe.
Look,
Even if they got conquered by Spaniards or anything, they still
Real-
take on being
real
a
quick.
European. You don't got no country that claim you, bro. Because America,
Listen.
if shit hit the fan,
we were
They ain't got your back,
stripped
bro.
of our nationality, bro.
they don't got
You
your back.
listen. You having certain conversations without having enough information, and that's not. No. Look,
I'm not from
Stop.
Africa, bro.
Stop,
My
bro.
family's not from Africa.
stop.
My grandparents are from
Bro,
Africa.
stop.
I'm not from
You gotta
Africa.
Wherever you're descended from,
Stop.
you're Jamaican.
Listen,
I'm just saying,
Time
it's Jamaican.
out,
It's
bro.
not from Africa. They're from
you not even
England.
having a real
They're
life.
from England. Bro, let me tell you something.
That's
Bro.
not.
I'm not family's not from the fucking Africa, bro.
But you're not accepting
Go
that
ahead.
you're from England because you accept saying you're.
But you say I'm from Africa.
No.
That's
I'm
what
saying.
you said.
Yeah, they said
I'm not from Africa. My family's not from Africa. My great-grandparents are not from Africa.
Okay, time out.
You can't tell me I'm
Can
from
I-
Africa.
can I say something?
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why I said you don't want to listen because I can't
I'm not
tell you.
listening.
Because I can tell you, but you won't hear me out.
Bro, you don't even know Adam and Eve was white or black. Well, tell us y'all keep on saying.
Adam and Eve don't even fucking exist.
I'm just
It's a
saying.
fairy tale, bro.
Okay, so how do you know I'm from Africa and my parents and my great-grandparents and then my great-great-grandmama that's white is from Africa?
Science, archaeology,
Man, come on.
history.
because it was.
1 second.
Crazy.
Listen to me. Here,
Tom just
Don't nobody wanna listen.
White.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm the blackest
But
nobody thing in my family. And you know this. I'm the blackest thing in my family.
I know,
And
bro.
my family is not from Africa,
What
bro.
he's trying to tell you is
nobody wants to. You don't want to listen, though, bro. You really not listening. I want to help. I want to help you understand something that I clearly see you don't understand because you're my guy.
So you mean to tell me?
He's going back to the beginning, and I know where he's going. Just let him finish, because maybe
Yeah, you need to let him finish, man. Go finish.
I can't get over that.
You ain't let them say that.
You gotta listen, man. You gotta listen, man. You gotta be with. That's how you.
I'm listening, but I'm not.
But you're not listening though.
But you're not listening.
That don't make no sense. You can't tell somebody they from another country and they're not that
But I'm
from.
telling you
And
how,
listen,
though.
and listen,
How do you know? You know that you know.
Bro, it starts with education. If you're not willing to listen, if you're not letting the
From what they say, what I believe
you
he
can't
fucking say
you
is.
can't even research what he's talking about, but you're not even willing to listen. To
I
what he's
am
talking
telling
about.
you this.
Okay, well, let him talk. Well, go ahead and let him
Bro,
talk.
this-
You're not even
listen,
willing to let him
real
talk
shit.
about.
This is what they mean when they say the truth hurt. They don't literally mean that it hurts. They mean that
This
when,
is why
when you present it,
is so
when
hard.
you, but
That's why
stop,
shit
but
is so
stop,
hard.
because when we present it with something that takes us away from what we believe to be true, we don't want to hear it, bro.
Exactly.
And and that's not being open-minded. And you have the right, and we all have a right to be closed or open-minded to a subject matter. But right now, we're in the process of having a bill. So at least allow me to speak my piece as it pertains to the bill that we having. And see if I say something that potentially makes sense. And if you don't believe me, go and look it up for yourself.
And that's what I'm saying. As a responsible man, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to listen to that shit. Like, okay, let me go.
Be responsible.
Let me go.
What are you talking about? He can speak.
He's not. He wasn't calling you
I wasn't-
irresponsible.
as I'm going to
He didn't mean it that way.
like that. I didn't mean it
But look,
like that.
Everybody talks.
One second.
Don't say, don't cut me up like I'm.
No, I'm not gonna hear what you
I'm
got to say.
setting you up.
But I'm not. We're not cutting you up, fam. We trying to build.
I'm just telling you. You can't tell me.
Tom, we trying to build,
I'm
bro.
not defensive.
All right.
You gotta feel it. I'm not
Let
defensive.
Castro speak.
That's crazy, man. Come on, bro. I'm not cutting nobody up.
All right, man. I'm done talking to you.
So look, my guy. Like I said, science, history, archaeology, myth, everything has dictated that all of existence and all of humanity started in the landmass that we call Africa. Now, if you study enough history, you can go back far enough in time and know that before we had certain tectonic shifts on the planet, everything was connected. And if you look at the pieces on the map, you can literally see how all of those pieces would actually fit back together, right? So what I'm saying is all of humanity started in the landmass we call Africa. So when you had family that migrated outside of Africa, you understand what I'm saying? You had family that migrated outside of Africa. And when they migrated outside of Africa, the African was the first people to go across the whole circumnavigate the globe, is what they call it. We were the first people to do that. You understand?
That's why they say
One second though. One second.
Let 'em talk.
And you can go far back enough in time to where before the last ice age, what they call the Warmian ice age, where you didn't have what we call Europeans and Caucasians on the planet at all. Okay, so before that time, the lineage that you're referring to didn't exist. All right, I'm not saying they don't exist now, but before that time, they didn't exist. But people who look like you did exist. Okay, so stop shortchanging who you truly are by not wanting to acknowledge what the rest of your people go through, bro. It's cool that your experience haven't been the same as a lot of other people's experience. My experience haven't been the same either. But some of the shit that they go through and they went through resonate with me because I didn't went through it. The difference in me is that I don't let nobody define me because I know my power. I'm God. You ask me who God is. I'm God when I look in the mirror. I manifest the reality that I choose. And I want everybody to feel that strength. And if we all feel that strength, then we can get back to it. You think it's a hoax that I'm walking around carrying got amber on me, crystals in my pocket? I get back to my ancestors and what we was doing long before we even came into this American paradigm, my guy. And even if you go back into Europe, if you look at all of the royal families in Europe and the crest on their castles, it's black people on them, bro. That's because we was running that land before Europeans took it over. You got to understand, all across the whole planet, they stole who we were from us and usurped what we had from us. And everywhere they touched down at, they burned the libraries, took all the knowledge, killed the men, kept the women and children. History. It's literally been done to us, bro. So I never let nobody shortchange who I am. For all intents and purposes, when we talk about the collective of us in the American diaspora, I call them black, but we not black. That's a label that was put on us. And if you go into the law dictionary, black tells you that it's dead in the eyes of law. So they're referring to us as dead in the eyes of law, and they allow us to call ourselves that. We don't have a nationality to the topic that we was talking about initially, because the average person, right, like you can be like, I'm English American or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? Right. That most of us can't do that because we don't know the white people in our lineage.
So, from what you're saying there, back to what we talked about last week, the knowledge is there now.
I got the knowledge, bro. I can even tell you my ancestry, bro. I got my whole ancestry. I can tell you exactly the coast of Africa that all my ancestors came from.
Yeah, but like I was saying when you spoke about last week,
Go ahead.
you got the knowledge, right?
Go ahead.
Why other people don't have the knowledge?
Each one, teach one. Right now, I just taught you, one second, I just taught you something you didn't know, bro. And that's what we're all supposed to do. We're not never supposed to look down on one another because they haven't elevated, bro. If my brother ain't figured the game out, it's up to me to recognize how he ain't figured the game out and give him the game the best way I know how. Don't beat him up. This is why I don't rock with Officer Taylor, because I ain't never heard him say nothing positive about black people at large. I only hear him talk down on them. How you gonna be part of the elevation of a people when you beating up on the people because you don't understand their experience because yours been different?
But how much information do you give?
All of it.
And you keep on
All of it.
Just like you said.
All of
Just
it.
like you said. And just like you said, I give you the water, you can't make me drink it.
I can't.
So,
But it's not up to me to get upset. Listen.
So now I'm not telling you to get upset.
No, I'm
not telling you to get
I'm
upset.
trying to show you.
But
where-
you're getting upset. But you're getting upset to the point
I'm not upset
that
at all. Man.
no, I'm not saying you're getting upset to the point that black people don't have the education, don't have the knowledge, but they do. That's my point.
No, you're saying that the access is more
This is
readily. One
2021.
second.
It's
What you're
1945.
listen.
1955,
Listen.
1960.
Listen.
None of that.
What you're saying is because of the invention of the internet age, access is more readily available than it had ever been. But what you're not acknowledging is that before the internet age, access was nearly zero.
But we talking about now.
Bro,
We can't talk about the past.
right now.
We continue to
What?
talk about the past.
Stop. Let's talk about right now. No, I want to talk about right now.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. No,
No,
we're not,
bro.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not.
No,
listen.
Because listen,
No.
y'all missing out the point. What y'all arguing about?
We're not arguing.
Y'all
No,
I'm
we're
saying,
not arguing.
not arguing. Not
No,
arguing.
we're
I'm
not
saying
arguing.
like what y'all going back and forth about. But y'all missing that everybody. You talking about? Oh yeah, we in the internet, so everybody sees. I want it here. I want it now. I want it right fucking now. I want it all right now. So they don't care about. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not
Listen.
about what y'all
Man.
saying.
Listen,
taking that
man.
into
And
what y'all arguing about.
I
debate about,
listen.
y'all not taking that into.
No, I do.
I'm taking
I do.
into account
Listen, bro,
that
trust me.
motherfuckers do got the information.
Go ahead. But they don't. They got access to it, bro.
They got
They got
access.
access to it.
They
But
got
what- listen, but what I'm telling you is we didn't have access 20 years
That's
ago,
the
bro.
past. We in
It's not the bro. Listen, bro, how long have America been in existence? Since 1786, bro. 1 second. Look,
If you keep thinking
Bro.
like that,
if we've been since 1786, we've
you gotta
been.
stop thinking like that.
Listen, you don't know how I'm thinking, bro.
You stuck in the past.
I'm not, because you're not listening to me, because you keep trying to cut me off because you think you know what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is this, bro. Mathematically speaking, bro, if I gave you 340 years head start and I just got in the game 20 years ago, do you expect me to be at the finish line with you? No. Be realistic, man. You're not being realistic about what's laid out for you, bro.
That's the future. You still stuck in the past.
No, it's not the past, bro. You're not being
How you
realistic.
know I don't? How you know I'm
You're
not
not
being
being
real at the time?
Bro,
How's that not realistic?
because you're 300 plus years behind.
That's the past, bro.
It's listen to me, bro. It is a mathematic improbability that if I give you a 300-year head start, you can catch me.
Tom is at the first. This is the frustration point that I was talking about.
Bro, it's a mathematic bro.
No, I'm talking about. Remember
Listen.
I'm talking about, no, this is
Go
what I'm
ahead.
talking about. When people say, this is what I'm saying. At a certain point, you get frustrated when people are like, damn, man, if you keep seeing black people do the same shit. Well, in that context, we talking about black people. It was us.
But find solutions, bro, is what I'm saying.
This is the frustration right here. This is the frustration, like, because he don't understand, like, why. He doesn't understand why don't
That
we-
makes more
You know what I'm
sense.
saying? Okay.
That makes more
He
sense.
doesn't understand why don't we get it yet? Why do we keep
Because
fighting the
we're-
same battles?
because
Why? Why?
We're thousands of years behind. They've been stealing our information and stealing our culture for thousands of years, bro. They've been enslaving our minds for thousands of years.
But
We
we
don't
got it.
got it because most of our minds are still enslaved.
Bro, we got it.
No, we don't. You got it. That's not us. I got it.
But you
That's
preach.
not us.
But you preach.
He got it.
You preach.
That's not us.
You preach. He preached. I preach.
You
know- Look, you know a lot of people.
that I know.
You know a lot of people.
I do.
You know a lot of people. You know a lot of people. How the news get around, man, back in the day? Word of mouth, right?
Whole bunch of shit. Pigeons, horse.
Word of mouth, right?
This is not that day though.
So if he preaching to a black man, telling him what he need to do, and his black man go tell us, hey man, my man told me some knowledge and shit. And you know the train go, boom, boom. Somebody knows somebody.
But
That's
bro-
always a phrase, right?
But bro, look at this.
Everybody knows
I just
somebody.
told. I just listen. Look, I'm about to use right now. Tom.
So why nobody takes the information
No.
somebody gives somebody?
I'm about to use right now as an example. I clearly expressed to you the plight of your people as it pertains to our history, and you not taking that knowledge into
I'm
account.
not going for
No, you're saying it's the past.
It's the
You're not
past.
taking it into account though.
No, why would I keep on continue going?
Because we still hurting. Listen, bro. One second. I'm not hurting shit. Look, 1 second. One second.
The economics, of
Bro,
like
1 second.
Yeah, I'm saying here.
Tom,
Listen.
Question,
He's
real
not
question.
taking to the economics.
look, wait. I feel you. Look, Tom, I got a real question. Tom, I just gave him mine. Oh, Tom, how do you solve a problem? Like, what's the best way to solve a problem?
Me?
In general, for anybody, they get to the root cause of the problem. No, bro.
You gotta think it first.
No.
You gotta think it first before you
It's
start.
called get to the source.
Okay.
Get to the
Okay.
source.
Get to the source. Okay.
Bro, if our source is in the past, how can we not talk about it? The source of our problem lies deep in the past, bro. That's the part. That's what we talking about.
So you continue,
That part.
So you continue talking about racism, and
The past
so
don't really.
I'm just saying the past is racism, right?
Yeah, the past don't.
So we
future
continue
don't
talking about
exist.
racism. What is it gonna fucking be? Continue to be racism, right? And we continue talking about it. Right? I'm just saying, am I right or wrong? If we continue talking about, slaves back in the day, we gonna continue thinking we slaves.
It's like
right?
you missing the whole conversation that we having, that I'm having, bro. It is, bro. It's like I said, all that I
If we gonna
said.
continue to do the same thing from the past to the future, it's gonna be the past still.
You have to learn the past.
Listen, man.
You ever heard the saying?
T Henry.
Dude, have you ever heard the saying?
He refuses to accept that. He refuses to accept that oppression. And I can understand it. He refuses to accept that oppression. That's what I'm talking about. That's the frustration. He refuses to accept the oppression that's been going on. You know what I'm saying? He refuses he's at the point where get over it already. You know what I'm saying? That's where he's at. He's at the point where get over it already because he's obviously a success.
Hey, look, let me say it like this. I don't agree.
He's obviously broken through some barriers. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with Black Lives Matter, the organization. But
I'm with you on that one.
One second.
I'm with them on that one.
But listen. But I equally don't agree with police officers killing black people in the streets, bro.
I don't agree with that.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
You do realize that police killing black people in the street is something that's stereotyped on TV.
Yes.
It's not at the highest rate that you think it's at, bro.
I don't think it's at a high rate, bro. It's
But that's what I'm
unacceptable.
saying.
Listen,
Televised,
It's definitely
or
at a
you
high
don't see
rate,
white
right?
people get
It's definitely at a high rate.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Thank you, Will.
Listen,
Bring that
bro.
up, Mr. Billy.
I'm not proposing. Listen,
I gotta research that then.
listen,
It's right here.
but 1 second though. I'm not proposing that. Dog, per capita,
Go back.
they outnumber us tremendously. It's supposed to be more of them dying than us. What I'm saying is the scenarios
Or is
that
that
1 second,
televised?
the scenarios that 1 second, the scenarios that they propagate, right? You think they televising us more than them for no reason? They're televising us to show us on the TV, stay in your place, nigga, or it could be you. That's the part you don't understand because they'll televise a white boy doing some crazy ass shit, and the police letting him go and letting him live. You don't understand the propaganda that they're trying to perpetuate with them playing that shit out.
Yeah, that's the propaganda.
You understand what I'm saying?
To
to
show
you?
you that.
Like
and that's
they
what
showing you,
Yeah.
they showing you
That's
niggas who,
what
they showing you somebody who look like you getting murdered, so you will stay in your place, bro.
Yeah.
They understand our power, bro.
Yeah.
Like we truly gods,
They
bro.
really understood our power. And that's why everything you just
That
talked
mind.
about even took place.
That mind.
But that's what I'm trying to get them to understand, bro. Like it's really a system in place to hold us down. Because we transcend it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, bro.
And we touched on that maybe
and I feel you on that.
we
I
touched
feel you
on
on
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
I feel you on that.
We touched
And
on
what
that.
I'm saying is, I'm just tired of.
It's not a race thing. It's how to play
You know
the
what I'm
fucking
saying?
game.
Like,
The
damn,
rules is the
man.
same
Why
for
we can't
everybody.
Listen, bro.
everybody say, why we can't
Racism. Listen.
Why we can't?
No.
Learn how to
Look.
play the
All right,
fucking
look.
game.
Let me
Not
play.
go fix
Now let me play devil's
That's
advocate.
what I'm saying.
Only
Why
they
we
can
can't?
fix it
Why
because
we
No,
they
look.
invented it.
But wait, let me play.
Only they
let
can
me,
fix it.
let me
We said we open this bitch up.
Only they
Look,
can
but
fix
We
it.
wait.
open this motherfucker
time
up.
out. Let me play.
That's happy.
Let me play devil's advocate or angel's advocate to that, right? I believe in a purpose-driven existence, right? So we can have all of these conversations about all of this stuff, right? But at the end of the day, I think all things that exist because they meant to exist. Otherwise, they would not exist.
It's cause and effect.
You understand what I'm saying? So humanity has a whole lesson to learn from all of the things that we go through, bro. As individuals, we got lessons to learn, but as a global collective, there's things that we need to learn too, bro.
But nobody about to backtrack to get ahead today. Bro, that's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like-
because
like-
it's shown right now.
Yeah, but
I'm Mr. Right Now.
But that's a
But
design.
it's
right
still
now.
about
Right
learning
now.
the fucking rules to
But
be
listen,
system.
Nobody wants
But
There
that-
are
but-
rules in place that
I-
you can
it's
win.
Right.
instant gratification.
Listen,
It's
it's
right.
It's
That's bad.
Say last
That's
name.
bad. It's
but
motivation.
listen though, bro.
Hey, that bag is
but-
motivation.
But listen,
The bag is motivation.
Bag is
Why
motivation.
money?
But the bag ain't even worth
Why?
shit.
Exactly.
They don't tell you the money ain't worth shit.
But that's the
We chasing the bag for what? We
Hey.
chasing the bag for?
What do you call
Money
it?
ain't worth shit.
That's the illusion.
That is the illusion. The big illusion.
That's an illusion, but don't nobody want to hear shit you talking about.
Man, they don't. None of that. I mean,
What? Man, how can I
Hey,
get
get
that?
this thing out of here, right? Get out of here.
How can I get that?
Listen.
That nigga talking
Bad.
real shit.
I got a viewer who want to know how the new generation growing up.
What you mean?
Like they want to know like how
They plugged in.
Wait.
They plugged
They
in.
want to know like how the new generation, like how do we feel about the new generation, like how they hustle is, like
I feel like.
how they.
Can I answer this first? Because everybody probably gonna disagree.
Here we
with
go.
me. I feel like they way more advanced than we was.
Absolutely.
Because they have the technology
I feel like the generations that came before them, just like the generations who came before us, in certain aspects, dropped the
everything
ball.
advanced.
And I feel like we don't, as a large, they elders don't give them enough respect, and in turn, they show us no respect. And I
They
think,
respect what you don't understand, though.
and I think because of that, it's a real big divide
You can't respect what
between
you don't
us and them.
But at the same time, I feel like that's a part of that's part of the condition.
It is, bro. That's Willie
I do
Lynch
feel
theory.
like
Like
that's
you talking
part
about
of
Willie Lynch theory.
Yeah.
Turn old
I believe
against young,
Yeah,
turn
exactly.
light against
I
dark.
believe
Like
that. I
that's
believe that.
that's-
So that's
yeah,
what's
bro.
going on. That's what's going on. The young dudes, they got the hustle. They own.
But listen,
they
bro.
feel like, nah, fuck that old school. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
But
trying to get that.
but to that point,
I felt like that. Like when I was younger, like when I was locked up and I was younger and shit, and older niggas used to be like, man, you better put a belt on if you gonna hit that 500. I used to be like, man, get money, old nigga. Like, fuck you, old nigga. My
But
back
why
ain't
is
never
that,
gonna
though?
hurt.
But
You
why
feel me?
is that though?
Just because I was like young, and my mentality at that time was like, nigga,
It's
you
hard
need
wired.
a belt. You feel
It's
me?
hard wired.
You like, well, you gonna thank me. You
But
gonna
that's
wish you put a
hard.
belt on for
Listen.
10 years.
but look, that goes back to conditioning.
Hard
And when
wired.
you talk about conditioning,
It's
you
hard
systematically got conditioned.
Man,
bro.
listen, man.
And I'm
just
saying
gave
this to
y'all
you specifically
examples
right
of
now,
what
bro,
the
to
heck
understand,
fuck
like,
going on.
systematic racism is a real thing. Racism itself is an illusion to make me think that, but I agree with you there, bro. But we can't stop the fact that it's people out here who embrace that illusion.
Because they was taught this shit.
And regardless of what they was taught, it's people out here
Racism
who
is
embrace
taught.
it.
So in depth,
Racism
they
is taught.
asked this question.
Racism
like,
is taught.
All day.
Racism is taught.
But it still
It's taught. You
exists.
can't stop.
Doing it.
It's a
Talking
taught.
about
You can't
it.
stop
It-
somebody-
You can't stop that.
You can't
stop
stop- listen,
that.
listen, one second.
No, you can't teach that. No,
You can't.
talk
If
to
you was a
them.
father and not tell them kids to stop hating.
But I'm not that white kid's father, though. So I can't stop him from telling his
And
kid
we're going against color.
No, because you don't understand that it's a power dynamic in racism. Like, if you don't have the power, you're not in position to be racist because you can't systematically put things in place to keep others out. We don't have systems in place where we can keep other people out.
So-
They literally assimilate and do what we do and come and fuck with us, bro.
So they want to know basically like so far as even like the pandemic.
Right.
So how are they to guide their kids through school with all this pandemic stuff? Like far as to wear a mask or far as to get through a school education, or what can they do better as a parent to make things work?
No mask.
No.
No mask.
No, what I say, one second though. I agree with no mask, but educate yourself of why no mask.
Damn. Thank you, brother.
Don't just tell somebody no mask.
Thank you,
Educate somebody to no mask.
Thank
You understand what I'm saying?
But how does the generation grow
What do you
with
mean?
not having the school? So like our generation are used to going to school, first grade, second
Right,
grade, high school, and all that
right.
good stuff.
Right.
So now this generation is more on a
It's definitely
computer.
Well, for real.
separation.
But
Does that kill like friendships? Does that kill
it
bonds? Does that
it
kill
only
hope?
does that if the parent allows that to happen. Like right now, parents got to step their game up. Like, you can't be a lousy ass parent. 1 second, bro. You can't be a lousy parent and have kids. You got to make sure your kids have social engagement. You got to make sure that your kids is getting their homework done, getting extracurricular activities done. Like, it's your job as a parent. So all of that, I want to hit the club, or I want to go smoke a blunt with Pookie, or I want to go and play the lottery, whatever you was doing, bro. Cut it out. It's time to man, because now instead of developing social skills in a system that was built to make your child a working class citizen, now you can reinstill family values in your kids. So that might mean you need to go and learn some family values.
This generation on the parent or the generation?
What you mean? It's always on the parent.
Nah, because the last few generations.
Nah, bro, it's always on the parent, bro.
It's always on
It's been on
Bro,
It's always on the parent.
The elder is for counsel, bro.
What I mean by that is, so for our past generations, right? It's been kids raising kids. So therefore, it's a generation raising a generation. Back in our parents' days, it was parents raising parents. You feel me? You taught your kid back in the day like South people. By the time you 13, 14, you know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? You know how to grow crops. You know how to fend for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because your generation taught you this, taught you how to be a man. Then we got into a generation where niggas deadbeat daddies. You know,
But that's when it's still on the parent, bro. Because if you not farming, listen, if you a parent and you ain't growing a crop, your kid ain't gonna learn how to grow a crop.
That's why
if you a parent,
When you decide to have a kid, it's
it's the parents' fault. That's what we all said. It's the parents' fault. It's the parents' fault. Right.
It's the parents' fault.
It's the parents' fault,
Because
bro.
when you have that kid, you immediately
But
step to that road.
with that,
You
what I
immediately step to that road.
but with that, what I just said, that go back so many
Hold
generations.
on, what you mean that happened?
What I just said, that go back so many generations. Because like I said,
Just have babies.
your last two generations are what I mean. I'm just going by what I see for
That's not new though.
media, television, anything for us. When I
I
look
mean,
at
we talking
when I
about.
look
Hold on, we
at
having pocket conversations. What we really talking about, y'all?
when I look at the past two generations, it's like the past two generations. They lost morals, they lost code, they lost ethics.
And it's still going down.
But that's on the elders, bro.
Yeah, it is.
But that's kind of my point. Like we're beating the same point. I'm saying like the elders, when did they lose being elders? Because those are elders.
I mean, if it's elders and elders. Like, this is my theory. Now, this is a theory, okay?
And that's what it is.
Listen, now this
is
is
just
I differentiate what I'm saying and how I'm saying what I'm saying, right? This is my theory, right? Through the process of the transatlantic slave trade and American slavery, right? Our elders were forced in a position to keep information from us, so to keep us safe. Because if we went into a space where we knew too much, we exposed, we could read, or we showed the oppressor that we had too much information about a thing, it could cost us our life, right? After so many years of that being common practice, it became cultural. So even after slavery, we came into a culture of our elders keeping and suppressing certain information from us until we here today. And now we in a mind state of the game is to be sold, not to be told. When the truth of the matter is the game is to be told and not to be sold, and that's how we elevate each other.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But I definitely agree it's a difference in elders and olders, though.
That's all. Yeah, it should be, but my point was just like, I mean, you know, hey, when you step into that road, you feel me? You step into that road.
But most of it, go ahead.
Yeah, well, all that happened was people weren't equipped and they weren't prepared and they weren't educated and they weren't ready to step into that road when that type of thing.
And we still
They
there.
might not have knew the proper way to handle that.
But listen,
you know what I'm saying? Just
But listen,
like you said, the elders.
but we're still there.
Yeah.
We're still. How old was you when you found out that being involved with the stock market makes sense?
Shit.
Yes,
I always
conversation.
do that.
Wait.
Last year,
I'm driving a point home though. My point is this: little European kids and little Jewish kids is for show talk to invest your money. They for show talk to invest in stocks. You understand what I'm saying?
And I'm saying, but my point to what Tone is saying and what Don
Like the
is saying,
stock, go ahead.
you hear, and I did. I mean, I heard about the shit, and yeah, I even, you know, half-ass studied the shit growing up, but yeah, it wasn't driven home to me like it is another home. Yeah, that's true, but to say that the knowledge wasn't accessible for me to get to,
No.
it was because I did hear you shouldn't invest in your
You
money in
did,
stock.
bro.
I did hear that.
Bro,
Be careful with that fucking credit card. I didn't hear that.
Listen to
You know
me
what I'm saying? So
Listen.
that's what I'm saying. At some point, it becomes an excuse.
Listen,
The information is accessible
hear me out.
to all.
most
It is,
of
because
us,
I did
Look at me.
But the
And
point,
every fucking kid hears that.
Bro, listen to me. I never heard anything about stocks in my house growing up, bro.
yeah, I never heard that.
Not one time, bro.
No,
I
my
mean,
granddad, grandma,
I heard about
aunties,
them
no.
fucking.
I might have one uncle that talks about the stock market.
Bro,
You hear about
in
this
the
shit.
environment that I came from, bro, I didn't hear about stocks. I didn't hear about buying real estate.
Bro,
Bro, I'm telling you the reality, bro. And I'm telling you,
in high school, we did learn this shit in high school. It don't happen.
No,
It
this
don't happen no more. Yes,
Look,
it did.
you know what I
Listen,
heard?
listen,
I didn't learn about
Bro,
I'm not
that.
saying. I'm
Bro,
not saying.
hold on, cuz. Because you're right. Because we did learn this in high school.
We ain't learning about the
You learned this in high school, and you learned this in high school.
But
They don't have it no more.
No,
They don't have it no
No,
more.
listen.
They don't.
Listen.
We learned this. We wasn't paying attention.
Okay, listen. No, listen.
I
Listen. No, stop. The
I
only
said
point
economic.
I'm
They
making.
Emotions
Listen,
learned
listen,
narrow down to
The
How
only
to
point
manage
I'm
a
making.
bet and how to manage a textbook, all this shit.
Listen, bro.
Listen.
Economics was elective because you wasn't paying attention. Economics, you don't pay attention to electives because electives are Listen to me. Electives are classes you don't take serious, bro.
Listen. Can I
So
finish?
psychologically, you being duped into not taking the class seriously because they're telling you it's elective. Sorry, Rob. Go ahead, bro.
We was taught it, but we didn't
No,
pay
listen.
attention like you said. You
No,
just
The
said it.
definition of elective is not to not
Listen.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
Listen.
I didn't say that. I didn't. No.
Listen.
I did. Go ahead,
I
Rob.
ain't got shit to
Go
do
ahead,
with
Rob.
it. Everything y'all talking
I
about,
didn't
all
say
that
the
great.
definition.
Electives, economics, marketing, accounting, it doesn't fucking matter. Regardless of how you grew up, the point is the information is accessible.
But do people
Whether-
know that?
Listen. That's not the point. That's not the point.
It is the point.
No, listen.
The point is
Listen.
How can you engage in interest in something?
Listen.
All right, go ahead.
Man, if you listen,
I want to, Rob. Y'all be quiet for 1 second. Let Rob talk.
Listen. To your point, you grew up, you didn't know shit about it, you weren't taught about it, all that's fucking great. Tone grew up in a household where he knew about it. The point being is, regardless of how the fuck you grew up, how you were taught, the information is accessible to fucking all, regardless. So, as a community, how come we can't push this to our community that, hey, this information is accessible to you? I don't give a fuck how you grew up.
Let's set up a little booth or something.
Especially in this age.
Yeah,
Where you got your fucking
Right.
phone and you can
Press
access
one
the
button.
internet anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
I'm with. I listen.
Facebook.
Rob.
And that's why Tone
One
is
second.
so, and that's why
Rob.
Tone can't get the point
Rob.
that you're making
I'm
because
with you.
at a point
I'm
you
with
get frustrated.
I'm like, bro,
at this day.
But if you see a
But
problem,
like I said,
if you see a problem, you have to be a problem solver, bro. Like that's my point. If you
information,
bro, how do you get information
How do you
to
know?
somebody that does not search and look at the things that we look at? How would you say? I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
You research
Because I was on that tip before that.
But you research
So
what
you
I
get
information
the
I gave
average
you.
person that don't think of shit of what we talking about, and you say, "No, like, what you making excuses for?"
like, bro,
like you
you
can do
really
whatever
like,
you
bro,
want to do.
like for the most
Like,
part. Look,
hop on your phone and pull it up. Where they gonna go?
look,
How they gonna know?
hey, look, check this out. For the most part, we straight. Okay, clearly, for the most part, we straight, bro. The average person is distracted with trying to survive, bro. Do you think when you trying to survive, you got time to find access to information that you got access to, but you don't really know you got access to it?
I don't know.
And then, one second, bro. And then the cat who got the information around you ain't giving it out, he's selling it. So you got to get your bag up before you can get the information.
But you gotta know
Come
where.
on, man.
But you give them the information where you look at, so they can
Bro, but all of those things limit
they
access.
don't do it. That's my point.
That's a good point,
Bro, come
That's
on,
a good
man.
point, and that goes back to my point. Like, how come people in positions that can do more? How come they not fucking doing more? Excuses. That's bullshit, man. If you got the game,
How about this? Look,
check
check this out.
Somebody that you can see that's clearly
Check
trying
this
to do
out.
something. You're not trying to help some
Check-
fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Check this out. Look,
Somebody that don't know.
Look,
Or
I'm on-
that's bullshit.
I'm gonna keep
You know what
bringing
I'm
this.
saying?
I'm gonna keep bringing this subject back up. Right? Did y'all watch when Nick Cannon got canceled for telling the truth on TV?
Yes. Did you see?
Wait. That's racism.
Look, bro.
What words did he use that got him canceled? Though? He said a specific name of a specific people, and that's what got him canceled. It's not what he said; it's when he said the key word
That's
of
racist.
the people. That is that. Yeah. But
I want to drive this point home so we can understand everything else that we talking about is standing on the back of that.
That's right.
The people that we talking about is hurt, broken, lost, fractured from that. We as a collective people, when you don't have, when you listen, when you don't have a, look, when you don't have a nationality, you know what else you don't got? A culture. Everyone else, all these other communities, they have cultural values. And they so much so established that they got communities within the large communities.
I was going to say because we do have a culture. And we do have cultural values.
We don't have
They're
a
just
culture,
fucked up.
I was just about to say. You said value. I was gonna say like, but I don't value. They are.
You think of what the fuck people hold value in.
Yeah,
If you
it's
think about the
garbage,
black
bro.
community,
Yeah.
what do they hold value
A
in?
bunch of
We know-
A
bullshit.
bunch of bullshit that
One
don't
second.
mean shit.
Yeah.
Listen, one
So
second.
what can we?
No.
What information can we get to?
One second, bro. Tell them to rewind. Listen to most of what I
Like you
said,
did.
bro. Tell them to rewind. Listen to
Information is
all
out
what I
there.
said.
Like shit.
What
But
information
listen,
can we get?
let's deal with this culture.
Walking around like home computer in your pocket all day.
But listen, let's
Too
talk.
late. We've been on camera like 3 hours.
But let's talk about this culture thing, though.
Hey, somebody left a comment that said we should rock dope sneakers.
Don't sneak.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
I got plenty. I got
Shout out to
I
Reese.
got a great
Shout out
shoe.
to
I got
Reese.
a pretty nice shoe game. I'm a sneaker head.
What up, y'all? Reese?
I'm a sneaker head. I got
Listen, bro.
plenty of shoes.
We usually sit at the table. You can't even see us.
You can't even
What
see
up,
our feet.
Keisha, man, dude?
Now I feel like I wasted those sneakers. I can bring them other ones back because I know you ain't saying.
So look, man. To finish up with that, bro. If you have no nation that you come from, right? Everybody who comes from a nation practices the culture of their nation within America.
Not everybody.
No, when I say
mean,
look, hold on.
yeah, I know something.
Look, I got a disclaimer. When I say something, I already understand that nothing is all and nothing is ever. That's period. Nothing is all and nothing is ever. Period. Right? But at large, when people come from a nation to America, they practice some of the cultural behaviors of that nation within America.
You know why?
Us in one second though.
My bad.
But us in America, because the most of us don't identify with a nation, we don't have those cultural practices
At all.
You understand what I'm saying? So our elders don't even have anything to give us and pass down unless they go and create it. A lot of them tried to give us Christianity. A lot of them tried to give us Islam, but most of them misinterpreted Christianity and Islam and didn't give me the power that I was supposed to get with it.
We are one of the few countries that is like what you just said. Everybody else know where they came from, and they true to the shit that they come from. You know what I'm saying? This is the only country that want to keep a mystery of where you came from.
Like, you can literally
And we wonder how everybody else got their own community.
Look at this,
is
bro.
shit they want to do in their own country.
You
They
can
couldn't.
literally do the
You know what I'm
research and see at what point in history they separated us from our surnames, bro, and took our power from us and then gave us slave names. Like if you study history, it will actually reveal that to you, bro. That shit is racism.
Right.
The fact that most of our last names is not akin to where we actually come from and who we actually come from, because somebody made it a change so we wouldn't be able to connect back to where we came from. Because if we connect back to where we came from, bro, then we actually have power. Like this shit is about claiming your
Anytime you say the
power,
man,
bro.
let that bitch
So
kick in more.
for me, I do a lot
Hey,
of
that's
shit.
what the box say.
Dog.
My fault. I'm sorry.
No, you good, bro. You good. Like for me, I do a lot of shit as it pertains to trying to help the problem, bro. But one of my biggest things is helping people understand their real power, bro. Like can't nobody define you, bro. That's why I agree with y'all with where y'all be coming from. I just be saying you not seeing where they coming from, why they feel that way.
And you can't see that because you
I can see it.
No, but you can't make nobody understand their real power. That's their job.
No, bro.
Facts. Even the Bible. Even
Time out,
They
bro.
job.
the Quran says, "Know
You
thyself."
can
and
point
you
them in
know
the right
God.
light, but you can't
So
make
I
them-
can't,
bro.
I
You
can't
can't
show
say
you
that.
God. I can only let you know that.
Listen, if that was true, then you wouldn't have such word as inspiration because nothing would be.
But
able
I
to
said you
inspire
guide
you.
them in the right light.
But that's all I'm supposed to do. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
you said. You
I don't
guide
know
them
what
in the
people think
right
they're
light,
supposed to
but-
do, bro. You just supposed to give people what you know. If they use it, good. If they don't, that's on them.
I want you to do this, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care about
Yeah,
that
that
though.
was the
But
small-
I don't
Look,
care about that. That's
there's
irrelevant to me
$100
because I already learned what I'm supposed to
I'm
do.
saying, you know, we must
Look, right now I'm trying to share with y'all. You see what I'm saying? Because like Ralph keeps saying, well, how are we supposed to help? Tom keeps saying, well, you can't. They don't want to hear it. But the point is, bro, you do what you're supposed to do. Don't worry about if they receive it or not, because somebody's gonna receive it, and they'll be able to help somebody else, bro. We looking for everything to change at once, bro, and it's gonna be incremental baby steps,
Check this
bro.
out. Check this out. This nigga Tony, listen.
You can't
Tony
see-
called me.
see when you
Tony
ask
called
I
me.
hear what you saying.
This one, hold on, let me talk.
Go
Tony called me, right? Tony told me on the other side of the rainbow, there was a pot of gold, right?
Mhm.
But he told me this. He said, dog, while you going over the rainbow,
Right.
he said it's gonna be trials and tribulations, right? So I was like, shit, you know the first trial and tribulation? He was like, I do. So now I was like, man, nigga, you tell me the first trial and tribulation. I'm trying to reach to the second trial and tribulation, right? Then I'm gonna put your ass up on game, get to this next level. Because our goal is we trying to get over this fucking rainbow. Because we know it's a pot of gold over there, right? So I'm like, shit, just off of him saying it was a pot of gold, and me having the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of who he is, right? I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to go for this rainbow, right? But if another motherfucker like you know, he's using our people. I hate to say like our people, but the ignorant person, right? We using the ignorant person.
Let's just call it
The uninformed. I like that. The
Yeah.
uninformed. You tell the uninformed how to go to the other side of the rainbow, right? They never gonna even walk to the rainbow because they think the rainbow fake. They think the pot of gold fake. They think everything fake. And then you know what they want me to do? Show them. But I can't show you the rainbow, nigga, because I got to go to the motherfucker. You feel me? And if you ain't gonna follow me to the rainbow because it's a little distance, you feel me? Most niggas don't want to go. But I just told you niggas want to visit me. I stay you. The niggas like, man, fuck dog. You feel me? I got to come here. You know what I'm saying? To even get a visit. You feel me? So if I tell you the rainbow and Utica,
Right.
I'm the only nigga at the rainbow.
Hey, let's do this, man. Since you know what I'm saying, we ain't like an hour or something. Let's do like 2 minutes apiece. You know what I'm saying? You know, what your mindset on, what you want to tell the people that's out there watching. You know what I'm saying? For the people that's going to be watching, because we gonna get them lights up. Ain't that right, cuz? We gonna get them lights up. The more lights we get, y'all, the most people get a chance to watch this. You know, and we're not doing this for no money and nothing like that. We getting together, we talking. You know what I'm saying? We having a good time.
What we talking as? What do we call it since we not after that?
Right. People.
I mean, but no.
Wait, I want him to tell you.
But that's part of the problem, bro. Because we haven't collectively came together and said this is what we're gonna identify ourselves
So
as.
tell the people
And
we
it
have black. I want you to tell people
Well,
what they can talk to us.
Well, listen,
as black.
I'll say this. No.
No, yes.
No, I'll say this.
Identify as black.
No. He asked me a different question though. He not asking me what you
No.
saying.
I'm asking what if
He didn't ask me what you
What
were
if,
saying.
I'm saying if he knows what to identify us as, and he
We talking about
explain-
identification.
No, I know, but what I'm asking him, the question is, if he knows what to identify us as, can he allow them, you know, whoever watching, what to identify themselves is besides black or African American.
I mean, it's nations of black people out there. You know,
You can join
but my point, the Nation of Islam is a nation.
Right. Moorish
The
American.
Moorish Zionist Temple of America
is
is a nation.
Facts.
You can
That's
join.
true.
Based on Morocco.
The Nuwaubian Nation is a nation. You can join that. And even furthermore, most of the countries in Africa is giving us citizenship and dual citizenship as a mechanism of reparations and apologizing for what their ancestors did to our ancestors. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a lot that we can do to identify with a nation, but study the history of yourself, bro. Go to ancestry.com, see who your people really is and where you come from.
Like, what's the legitimacy level on that, though? Because who own that? Do
Listen, man.
black folks
Listen,
own that?
I mean, we do have black companies that do ancestry, bro.
I mean,
But it's-
I'm not
listen,
saying
I feel
that.
what you're talking
Go
about,
ahead.
but I don't really feel how what you just said right now is going to reach a younger generation.
They're not gonna care.
They're not.
They mind is something.
They're not
something different.
caring.
Yeah, what you they got a different type of time.
They're not.
But listen, but
They want to. If you talk about identification, they want to identify what the fuck am I right now in America in this time, in this internet time, in this fast money time. What am I? I'm a black person.
And listen,
Well, okay,
no, you're not.
No,
And
okay,
listen,
I understand what
I
you're
said,
saying.
well,
Listen,
go ahead.
I understand what you're saying. So if you want the generation, and you talking about some, like
I mean, he asked
them. No,
Go
how do you reach them
Okay.
with what you trying to push across?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, bro.
you got to bridge that gap for
Real-
me right now.
real
like,
shit.
I'm not, because I'm not seeing
Listen.
it. I'm not seeing
Listen.
you can bridge the gap.
Real shit, like look, in real time, in real life, these are conversations that I have with young cats in gas stations who I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how I personally bridge gaps and inform the youth. But like, say on this platform, bro, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. And it's up to you to go and dig deeper into the truth. So the truth is, bro, you're not a black man. And if you look up the definition of black in law, it literally means dead in the eyes of law, bro. Well, listen, bro.
What's that dictionary we pulled up from?
I mean,
but listen,
1940
how
or
is
50
that?
something.
How is what? How is what?
Oh, no, go ahead.
How is what you talking about going to show this young person to find it in themselves, to pull whatever them out of themselves, to get that bag? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that young generation care about. This is what you don't want to be successful.
Listen, bro.
What you're teaching,
Listen to
I
me.
want to know how what we're trying to push across is going to show somebody.
Listen.
some young
Okay,
person
let
how to
me
be
say it like
how to
this.
be success.
Time out.
To be
Let me
successful.
say
How
let
to
me
succeed.
Listen,
I want confidence in themselves.
listen,
I want to be what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, show me something. Give me something.
All right, go.
Bridge this gap. I'm not seeing a bridge here.
As it pertains to being successful,
You look successful. How did you get successful with what you talking about?
because I believe in me, bro. Because I know that I manifest my reality, bro. My reality is what I choose for it to be. I can have as much or as little as I choose to have, because I'm gonna come up with a fundamentally sound idea. I'm gonna put the work in, and I'm gonna manifest the reality that I want, bro.
So
So
to me, wrapping up the
But
whole
that's two different-
conversation,
Go
what
ahead.
you just said, no, it's not. And wrapping up the whole conversation,
Right.
what you just said, you saying fuck color has nothing to do with it. Fuck nationality has nothing to do with it. Be you. You are a God. Be the best God you can be, and you will accomplish anything that you can be in life, right?
But I don't say fuck nationality.
How? You just said
No.
be the best you.
That's absolutely
No color involved, right?
I'm not.
I'm not. Listen to me, bro. Listen to me. We got problems in America, bro. And if we don't address and identify those problems, whether we like the way it sounds or not, bro, we not gonna get nowhere. Everybody who has a nationality that they identify with have advantages, bro. Even cats in the Nation of Islam got advantages that we don't, bro. So why we gonna play that game? We look. I'm gonna keep it a buck with my people. That's all I'm gonna do.
Listen.
You feel me?
So this American black people is this people, us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
agree. You don't have no.
Go ahead.
We don't.
We are the only people, in my opinion, who got nothing.
It's a reason behind
So,
it.
Jews
like,
got they
exactly,
say-
exactly.
All right,
So
everybody
all
come
this,
to
so
the
all this, so this black people, we talking about this identification. Like, okay, so like, okay, right. So how we gonna bridge this gap to this and everybody?
I mean, this is literally bridging
Okay,
gaps,
you know what I'm saying?
bro.
Like,
Like doing this.
so what?
Yeah.
So
Listen to this. Listen.
what are we gonna identify ourselves as? Because for thousands of years, and every single fucking person
Right.
from Asian to Alaskan to we're black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why
That's
can't
how we- identification? How old is America, bro?
Listen, that
How old is America?
listen.
How old is America? History, bro. Let's deal with facts. How- Somebody look it up. How old is America?
How do we know that's history real?
What do you mean, bro?
Reality is what
That's what
destiny
we
is
know.
what you make it, man.
I'm just saying, how do you know it's real?
It's all what we make
the
it.
story.
It's
a
all
nigga
what
story.
we make it. So if black is
Right now, you're
identification,
making
that's
That's
the
the same shit I see
shit.
on CE. They tell me some shit that's not real. But go
Bro, that's like a nigga 20 years from now, 10 minutes from now. That's like a nigga.
Just make it up.
make it up, and you believe it.
But it's
So
still,
give it power.
but it's
So how
still,
come we can't give black power?
but it's still,
How come we can't make it a nationality?
it's still
Right.
history.
So how come we can't make black a nationality?
Even if you make something
Why
up,
can't you
the
make
thought of you
American
making
black
it up
a
is
nationality?
historical event. It's history. It's something.
So
that
how come
happened
we
in the
can't
past.
make history and make American black
Because you just told
a
me
nationality?
the definition of black.
Well, yeah, even if we could,
There's
yeah,
no
I
law.
understand that, but how come you can't? How come you can't make it what you want to do?
I
You
was
could
listen,
if you told it to somebody
Rishi
that
said
never knew what it was.
244 years.
this as it pertains.
244 years.
And that's facts.
Okay. Now, 244 years.
Thank you, Rishi.
How long was the Nile Valley civilization in existence? Or how long did the Egyptian culture last?
Whose story are you telling?
No, bro, just
Right.
Somebody gonna catch.
But that's the history of it.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Somebody gonna catch.
But that's how we know
bro.
history. But like that. But like,
Bro, because clearly this is not our story, it's their story, and that's how long they saying it been going on.
So we gonna
Come on, man. Why we gotta keep shit basic? We be trying to complicate shit, bro. This is their shit. This their story, and they telling us how long it's been.
So why we, like you said, why you can't break a barrier?
What you mean? We breaking barriers by having the conversations, bro. We breaking barriers by telling the truth. We breaking barriers if we go out there and do the work. We breaking barriers if we create organizations to educate people who uneducated, bro. Like you literally gotta do the work, bro. And sometimes do it. Listen, no, you not
Yes,
because
I am.
no, you not because
Because they're not listening.
listen.
to
It's not
saying.
no, bro. They are listening because they're gonna be able to hear it, bro.
They
If-
hear it, but they're not listening.
Listen, bro. You not listening,
It's two
bro.
different things.
What we gonna do? What you want to do to help the people? No, you don't hear me.
You
What do
telling
you?
me this?
You don't hear me though,
Plant
bro.
the seed.
You don't hear me though,
I
bro.
don't hear you, but they're not listening.
Bro, what you want to do? You want to do something to help the people, bro?
Everybody does.
No. I'm talking about. Do y'all want to do something?
Yeah.
So let's do it. So what? No, not fine.
Us.
I'm asking you
Let's
right.
do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 5 of us do it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, well.
We is the problem, bro.
Listen. Okay, well. You won. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Everybody asks that question. Right?
I swear
That's
to
the
God.
grand question. That's the
Bro,
that's the magical
if
question.
you
Ask that. That was a bunch
Bro,
You
look,
won.
but this why the young cats don't rock.
As a
with us, bro.
conversation.
But look,
You know what I'm saying? You what? Talk to me.
But listen,
You what?
even if we did something, we would only be uplifting us.
What is
No,
something?
No, man,
No,
stop, man.
bro.
Listen, man, bro.
bro. Does that take us back to the beginning?
That take us
If
back
we-
to at some point it becomes a fucking excuse. Everything.
No, bro, we're not about to do that, bro. Because I'm literally asking y'all right now, what do y'all want to do?
Yeah.
And y'all ain't got no answers.
What do you want? Okay, well.
And y'all ain't got no answers, bro. I'm like, let's work, and y'all ain't got no answers. You like, let's bridge the gap, and young dog looking at them like, come on, niggas clowns, because he asked what y'all want to do, and they don't even want to do that.
Exactly. That's it. But what? That's what I'm saying.
But if I told a nigga what I wanted to do and they didn't believe me, then why would I tell them what the fuck I would do?
How you know if I believe you? I said what you want to do. Like, niggas, listen, bro. Everybody keeps saying, let's do something. I'm saying what you want to do. We all propose what we want to do. See what's the most fundamentally sound idea that's going to be able to make the most traction or the biggest impact in terms of helping, and we all stand behind it and do it.
The last episode we had, I said what I wanted to do. I said I wanted us to start to come together, and eventually we can branch off. Remember? And I said I wanted us to put money in so we can buy land. Remember I said that? So we can do a grocery store.
But this is how you.
So that's what I want to do,
dog. Because
that's
if young dog looking, even if he in the streets, bro, and he part of a swiper ring, bro, they organize. They like these niggas can't even stick together to help me. Nigga, and I can help them if they want to come and help me. If they want to help me figure out how to make my life better, I can even help them because I got the bag. We don't understand that our job is to actually counsel the youth, bro. We so twisted. We all know we not, bro. We not doing the work if you're not in the streets doing the work. Bro, if you're not in the streets doing the work, you're not doing the work, bro. Bro, the liberation is real, bro. Like, it's real life people who dedicate their life to liberation, bro. People who bro. Listen, bro.
Yeah, sure. If I do my part, he got to do his part. If he do his part, he do his part. If he do his part, he do his part.
I do my part because young niggas love me. They think I'm a young nigga. And I talk to them niggas the same way I'm talking to y'all. And they listen to me because they think I'm a young nigga. And they be like, this young nigga smart as hell. Until I be like, hey, young nigga, I'm not that young. You feel me? But because I can communicate with the young niggas, you feel me? Or I can communicate with an older person and talk on some intelligent stuff. You feel me? Or dumb down the conversation, any way to go. That's what I feel I do to help the party. Because I think I know how to have conversation. So no matter who it is, I can communicate with you eventually. You know, we've been on the mic on Xbox, and even niggas I done argue with still agree with me, bro. Hunter used to agree with me all the time. I need to get that nigga a shout out if he ever see this shit. Hunter used to give me inspiration because he would argue the fact, and I would trick this nigga so much, he would want to know how I just tricked him. Just like the time when I was like, nigga, well, if you got any gold, let me buy your gold. And he was like, nigga, I don't need that. And I was like, well, I did all that, but if you got the gold, just let me buy it. I don't care about nothing else. I just want to buy your gold. You feel me? And he argued. So finally, you know what he said? Why you want the gold? You feel me? Yeah, that's my son. We ain't gonna say that. They've been texting me. Telling that he's tearing your shit up. They've been texting me on
for real. Like the real, for me, the real point is this, bro. You gotta do the work. You gotta come up with what you want to do to help, bro. And actually,
Man, listen,
if you really want to affect change,
absolutely, I do. I would love to start a fucking trade school, man, and show people how to fucking operate machines, drive big trucks. I would love to, because I know all about that shit. And I would show these young dudes like, hey man, you can make some real, because that's where money is at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make some money if you know how you make, you know what I'm saying? They gonna pay you $30 an hour just to fucking operate a machine. You know what I'm saying? They gonna pay you money to do this shit. And I would love to start a school to show all these little young, because it's nothing, man. I'm talking about these, and I'm talking about, and this is not on some, well, no, this is kind of on some racist stereotype shit, but if you were to take it to like that, it's a whole lot of white people that live in the boonies, races, they doing these jobs, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's passed down to them from generation to generation.
Because that's direct access, bro.
Exactly.
Every time somebody say something,
and I would love to give young black kids that direct access, like I'm with this money, man. Operating these machines, operating trains, man. Like that's so fucked up, man. You don't see no black train operators. Why is that, man?
Right.
Why is that? Wwhy is that? Man? You know what I'm saying? Like you can get, you know what I'm saying? If you can get in,
bro, you gotta understand. Access is a real. Listen, access is a real thing.
Like, but see, it's black people with empowered to help. Invest in someone that they won't do, and they won't invest in.
They don't want to,
and they won't invest in that. And that's so fucked up.
You can't tell when something has a pattern
Well, yeah, you that's
see what I'm
You
saying?
definitely see that pattern. But
So what does that tell?
here's the frustration.
So what does that tell you
Like,
about?
how come
But what
better
that
can't be?
But what does that tell you about that pattern? That those people they don't want to help, and more than likely,
we get back to 2 minutes.
and more than likely,
Yeah, man.
Let's close off.
yeah. So peace in the Middle East, man.
This is a long conversation. This is
Yeah,
long.
man. The conversation.
Hey, y'all hit them lights.
The YouTube goes on, the conversation goes
we be
on.
back.
Absolutely.
We
For sure.
absolutely be back.
Appreciate
Every
the
week,
support.
check that in.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for the questions.
Every
Thank you for
Saturday.
asking.
Every Saturday.
We're gonna do this every Saturday.
And
You
we
got
take
some
questions
you wanna
and
talk
answers? Oh, absolutely. We take them on.
We take it. And we want to talk
Yeah,
about
we
it.
even take in calls. If you call,
Yeah, real spill. We gonna get a line together.
give
for
our
y'all.
opinion. It's just our opinion. We're not answering nothing. We're giving our opinion.
This is our opinion. It's not telling you where it's from and how it is.
And
We
there's
just
1,
like-
2, 3, 4, 5 different opinions.
Amen. Anybody got to say something before we go?
No, man, y'all be smooth, man. Everybody do your best to be your best, man. Do your part to uplift every aspect of humanity you come in contact with.
Facts. Me either.
Okay?
Hey, y'all.
So my dog gotta go over there and hit the button. So we just
I gotta go push the end button. But guess what? I appreciate y'all. We had some great deep conversation today. Please come back again next week. I'm telling you, Saturday, I bet it's gonna be deep. It's gonna be deeper.
Probably.
Yeah, that's why I said ended. We had 2 minutes.
Right, yeah.
That's why I had the timer on too.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Bro, that was deep, bro. I love that shit.
How
bro.
many people was watching? You know,
We had about 12.
Shit, it's more for the first one.
Man, you know, views to me.
I even got people texting asking. That's why I was getting the question.
See?
Y'all be funny, man. Y'all be talking over each other so bad. This should be so terrible.
Oh,
I was trying to calm y'all down a little bit, man.
oh.
That was good though.
Oh, people
That
wanna
makes
see that, though.
People want to see that.
Like that really is an awesome dynamic in real life.
Still,
You know what I'm saying?
she said we still low. You see us walking. You see us standing up and shit. She thought